Hey.
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager fell victim to fake pills. Smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Where are these pills coming from, and how are kids getting them? Right from under our noses, crooks are targeting kids on social media and selling them counterfeit pills that could seal their fate with a click of a button. It may seem harmless, maybe it doesn't even seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. So before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal? Listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance. Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-alacarte.com for more information. That's admin-alacarte.com. Admin a la carte. Your business doesn't fit into a box. Why should you have to?
Are you ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Rain Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Rain Spirits, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional. On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network,
some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf
sometimes
of Paul,
I have to mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone. I just mansplained.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network Sunday nights at their new time from 6 to 10.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, proudly supporting our veterans in the Bremerton community. Visit them online at destinationhighway420.com. 21 and over.
Cannabis has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Keep out of the reach of children.
This episode of the Outlaw Radio Network is brought to you by Destination Highway 420 in Bremerton. Looking for a knowledgeable cannabis shop with a great local vibe? Destination Highway 420 offers a wide selection of Washington State cannabis products, including flower, pre-rolls, edibles, and concentrate from trusted producers across the state. Their friendly staff can help you find exactly what you're looking for in a relaxed, welcoming environment. Visit Destination Highway 420 at 1225 Hollis Street in Bremerton. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager fell victim to fake pills. Smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Where are these pills coming from, and how are kids getting them? Right from under our noses, crooks are targeting kids on social media and selling them counterfeit pills that could seal their fate with a click of a button. It may seem harmless, maybe it doesn't even seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. So before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal? Listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance. Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-alacarte.com for more information. That's admin-alacarte.com. Admin a la carte. Your business doesn't fit into a box. Why should you have to?
Are you ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Rain Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Rain Spirit, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional. On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network,
Some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf
Sometimes
of Paul,
I have to
thank you.
mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone. I just mansplaining.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network, Sunday nights at their new time from 6 to 10.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, proudly supporting our veterans in the Bremerton community. Visit them online at destinationhighway420.com. 21 and over.
Cannabis has intoxicating effects and may be habit forming. Keep out of the reach of children.
This episode of the Outlaw Radio Network is brought to you by Destination Highway 420 in Bremerton. Looking for a knowledgeable cannabis shop with a great local vibe? Destination Highway 420 offers a wide selection of Washington State cannabis products, including flower, pre-rolls, edibles, and concentrate from trusted producers across the state. Their friendly staff can help you find exactly what you're looking for in a relaxed, welcoming environment. Visit Destination Highway 420 at 1225 Hollis Street in Bremerton. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense. Never yield to force. Never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network. OutlawRadioNetwork.com.
This country can't be knocked out with one punch. We get right back up again, and when we do, the world's going to hear the roar of our engines.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
You do your work, and we will do our best.
Republic. I like this sentiment. It means people can live free, talk free, go or come, buy or sell, be drunk or sober, however they choose.
Are you ready to be who you are?
No poetry, just a straight answer.
The government has deliberately sought to deceive the United States by false statements and expressions of hope for continued peace.
We are men of the hood. Many now get exposed.
But there's no both sides anymore. They're just trying to wreck our goddamn country. It's time for you younger guys to take over.
You meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
If you guys don't start thinking as men, we're gonna have a lousy country.
For the crimes of incitement to cause unrest, I declare to be an outlaw!
All right, everybody, it is the Outlaw Radio Network for the 17th of May, 2026. Thanks for checking out the show. K-Dog, Beals. Let me fix the, there we go. Hi, Beals.
Hi.
What's going on?
Why in the fuck are you yelling, dude?
I'm not yelling. What are you talking about?
You have a microphone. You don't got to yell.
I know, but my microphone doesn't seem very loud. I don't know. It could just be me. It's probably just me. And you're getting some weird feedback on that mic with it sitting there. It's kind of giving a low hum. Anyway, hey, Beals.
What hum?
Your mic's not on. Right here. Hi, Beals.
I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
It's nice to know that you've been doing this show with us for like 6 months now, and you still don't know how to turn a microphone on.
I know.
Do I need to mansplain how microphones work?
No, I'm good. I don't need to mansplain unless you want to get your ass beat tonight.
Oh, promises. Threaten me with a good time. All right. Here's the plan for tonight's show, by the way. Pierce County Republican Chair Dave McMullen will be joining us by Black Ring Spirits video line in literally any time, whenever he's available. He's making a long trek back for some party stuff, and he's going to video in with us once he's available. So we'll talk with Dave. Filing week came and went. A whole bunch of stuff to talk about, statewide politics. There's a lot going on, and Dave is a wealth of information, and really just a great guy all the way around. So we'll talk to him later in the show. Paul will join us by video as well. If you watched last week's show, you know that Paul is still nursing his decrepit elderly body back to health, and he just can't sit in the chairs that we're sitting in with his bad hammy and his bad ribs. It just makes it even harder for him to exist. I did tell him this is what happens when you become a decrepit old man, and he politely told me to F myself.
Very valid.
We'll do that. Tom will be in as well. Tom is traveling back from up on the peninsula, up near Squim, that area up there. He's on his way back here, so we kind of expect him anytime. And so Tom will join us when he can. In the meantime, DJD running the boards. Hello, Dennis.
Yo.
What up, buddy?
Not much. Recovering.
Yeah. How was the Derby yesterday?
Oh, it was awesome.
Well, we're going to talk about the Derby at 8 o'clock as well. We got some of our friends from the Derby coming in. We'll talk about that. I did talk to Josh earlier online, and he picked up a win. He said his daughter did great. So
awesome.
Plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And then, it'll be a full show. I do want to give our sponsors some plugs first.
Yes.
I want to thank McGruff the Crime Dog, Lilat's favorite sponsor. Thank you, Lilat. Destination Highway 420, located in East Bremerton on Hollis, kind of across the street from the Cloverleaf, your full supply, one-stop cannabis shop. Everything you need. Hold on, I'm gonna try to do this again. So, flour, that's one. Tincture, edibles, gummies,
edibles.
Pre-rolls. Because I don't use any of this stuff, so I don't even know what they are. But it sounds good. What am I missing?
Creams with THC and CBD,
oils,
any CBD products,
lotions,
all of your smoking needs, bombs and pipes, and so forth.
Yeah,
they
perfect.
even have some THC sherbet, which is really good.
Do they really have THC ice cream?
They sure do.
Yeah. Stop in. It's all legal. I don't know if you heard this, but personal consumption of cannabis is legal. And even though I don't do it, doesn't mean you shouldn't. In fact, it might even make you a better person. Stop in and see our friends at Destination Highway 420 on Hollis. Stop being an uptight, self-righteous jerk and go get some weed. All right.
Look, I'm so old, I never thought I would see the day that I would be able to go to the store and buy some weed. I thought I had a lifetime of going to somebody's house that you had to wait on, you had to call, you have no selection, and you have to stay there for a while because he doesn't want the in and out traffic. And then his house smells like cat pee the whole time.
Gross.
Wow.
Ugh.
Sounds like a girl I dated. All right. Okay.
I hate Bog Hat.
Also, thanks to Black Ring Spirits, the best local distiller. Stop in and check out their fine assortment of distilled spirits. You can find them in the Town Square Shopping Center in South Kitsap, formerly the South Kitsap Mall, formerly the South Kitsap Livery, formerly the South Kitsap Circumcision location. Town Square Mall, bottom floor, next to Grandmaster Yee's I'll Kick Your Ass in Judo place. Stop in and see Tom and check out the fine supply of distilled spirits. It's also the home of the.
There's a boba place. What are you talking about?
Was there a boba place in there now?
Yes.
There wasn't. I don't ever walk that way. I walk the other way where Carmelo's is at to get my.
I know they have the best
sherbet,
ice cream down there. If you haven't been in there yet, make sure you check it out.
But again, thanks to Black Ring Spirits as well for letting Outlaw Radio Network set up shop in the middle of their in their business establishment. Kitsap Great Escape. The new room is selling like hotcakes. If you have not played the Lunar Curse, you're stupid. So stop in, check it out, book online at kitsapgreatescape.com. $5 discount for what we at the place call Heroes, which is active retired military, school teachers, foster parents, healthcare workers, police, fire, EMT. If you're a hero of the community, not only do you get $5 off, but everybody in your group gets $5 off. So even if only one of you is a hero and you're a group of 8, all 8 of you get $5 off to play the room. So find out more. Go to kitsapgreatescape.com
or give us a call. Open Wednesdays through Sundays, but we'll open on a Monday or Tuesday for special events. We're not afraid. We ain't scared. Don't be scared. KidsUpgradeEscape.com. All right. Any other sponsors we should tag?
Evergreen Grace Cleaning Company.
Yep. Talk about it. I'm prodding you. Talk about it.
It's my new company I started a couple weeks ago. It's a cleaning company. Doing businesses and residential. It's going great so far. So if anyone out there needs their business or their home reset, don't be afraid to reach out to me.
Do you just do Kitsap? Do you do Kitsap and Pierce? Like, would you go to Gig Harbor?
Absolutely. I'm actually going to be doing some daycares in Puyallup. 4 of them.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
So how do they find you? This is like leading a horse to water. How do they find you if they want to?
On Facebook.
All right.
Evergreen Grace Cleaning Company.
Evergreen Grace Cleaning Company on Facebook.
Yes.
Find her on Facebook and tell them Outlaw Radio Network sends you, or don't. Okay.
Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
So is it just cleaning, or you said reset? So that organizational.
Can I ready?
Are you?
So a reset is when. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm guessing. A reset is when you set everything back to like brand new, move out, move in.
That's not what I'm saying.
No? Okay, go ahead. Then. Sorry, I was guessing.
It's to reset your peace of mind when you come home. Yes.
Oh, okay. Got it.
All right. I need
So
to
are
come
you
reset my
offering
house.
like Spark Joy organizational items?
I'm not into the organizational stuff. I just like to clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
You need your toilet scrubbed. I love it. That's actually my favorite room to clean.
Guys, she likes
might
to clean.
actually
So
hire
not
you.
Only, not only if you need a house cleaner, but if you're looking for a wife, she likes to clean. All right. Any other sponsors we should tag?
Admin.
Oh, God bless it. Thank you. Admin a la carte. Find it at admin-a-la-carte.com. All the background stuff your business needs online. All the stuff that nobody thinks about when they go to your website that makes your website really cool, makes it work for you, makes it continue to bring people in. That's what Admin a la carte does. You don't even know the stuff you need on there until you talk to them and they're like, well, if you do this, it'll do this. And if you have this, then it'll lead to that. So I would contact Admin a la carte, ask some questions about what they can do for your website to increase traffic, increase visibility, increase repeat business, all of that at admin-a-la-carte.com. All right. Before Dave gets here,
yes,
I want to play you a PSA that we play in our intro to the show. I know Lila is not the one you hate because Lila was already in the chat and says, and McGruff the crime dog is fine. But this bugs the ever living hell out of me. So I'm going to have Dennis play it in its entirety, and then I'm going to tell you why. Dennis, knock yourself out.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey,
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is the stupidest.
Dude,
First of
let's
all,
go
look,
shooting.
if I invite my neighbors over to my house, and I'm like, you guys want to come over for dinner? Well, we love to come over for dinner, but can you tell us about any unlocked guns in your home? If they ask me about unlocked guns, the invite is gone.
Yes.
Okay. And it's not going to be like, oh, they must be concerned about Junior. It's how do they want to kill me?
Yeah.
They were lost in a boating accident.
That PSA is the dumbest PSA I've ever heard in my life. The absolute stupidest PSA. Dennis, if I was coming to your house and I'm like, hey, Dennis, before I come over to your house, can you tell me about any unlocked guns? What would you say to me?
I wouldn't be offering up that information anyway.
Yeah. First, yeah, you should never tell
your
people.
damn business.
Yeah. First of all, if you're coming to my house, I'm not going to tell you if I have a gun.
Right.
And since I do have a gun, I'm not going to tell you where it's at. And I'm certainly as hell not going to tell you if it's locked or not.
But I will warn you about my German Shepherd.
Man.
I'm a firm believer. Go ahead, fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
And you'll find out if I got unlocked guns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is so ridiculous.
Do we have to play that?
No, it's just we have.
Why do we?
Because Dennis found it and put it in the rotation for
Dennis,
a PSA.
it's so stupid.
We like to address the needs of our community by playing public service
that's
announcements.
fucking dumb. That's Our listeners are
Dennis
not
is-
that dumb.
Dennis is going to leave it in there just to mess with us now.
Let's revamp that commercial.
Let's.
We should redo it. Edit
Dennis,
it.
I'd like you to remake that PSA for us.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Where the guy says, before I come over, can you tell me any unlocked guns in your house? And then you just hear rapid gunfire and then have the voice say, hey, your invitation's been dismissed.
Or
No, it's gonna be you. You just hear guns cocking. It's just hold on one second, motherfucker. I'll tell you.
Dude, let's go shooting.
All right.
Yeah.
Lila, if you want to send one to us, you got to send it because we use StreamYard, so I can't see links. So send it to me personally, and I'll forward it to Dennis, or send it to Dennis if you have access to his messenger or whatever. But
I think people in the chat are enjoying this. We've already got one tagline: "Get out of my house, nerd."
Yeah.
I think everybody should come up with a tagline that they would use.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
If
please.
if they were approached with this situation,
Yeah.
what would you say?
Please put that in the chat. If I came to your house and said, before I come in, can you tell me about any unlocked weapons you have in your house?
Do you know what I would say?
Well, yeah, you would probably kick me in the privates.
I would say, are you a fucking pussy?
That's why you don't have friends. Okay.
It's true.
All right. I listen, there's some dumb PSAs. That might be the stupidest PSA. I think by next week's show, we should see if we can find the dumbest PSAs. We'll just have a segment where we all find
should.
one dumb. Everybody brings in one dumb
like it.
PSA.
Yeah.
One stupid PSA. I'm going to bring in one about cow flatulence.
Darn it!
Darn it.
Darn it!
You stole mine.
Lila is now talking in caps. They're so excited about the dumb PSA that they sent us. So I will send it to Dennis. Oh, actually, Lori, can I send it to you and you can check it on your phone?
Sure.
All right. Lila sent it to me. So I'm going to
Goodness gracious.
forward it to Lori. Okay.
Dave must have got stuck in traffic.
Probably.
Dun, dun,
All right, Lori, I just sent it to you. Check it out and see if it's dumb enough for us to play.
Yeah.
Okay. How was your week, guys? What'd you guys do? I'm stalling for Dave, really, but what did you guys do? How was your week?
My week was great. You know, I just worked on some stuff. I took a hike. I had some really great conversations. And yeah, it was just a really
Sounds
good week.
enthralling.
My daughter turned 20 on Saturday. I know.
What's her first name?
Olivia.
Olivia, happy birthday, Olivia. I know you're
at
not
the
listening to
Mariners
this show, but
game
happy
right
birthday
now.
anyway.
She's definitely not. She's
Yeah.
at the Mariners game right now.
Good for her.
But she wouldn't listen to me
I
anyway.
think they lost again. They've lost 3 games in a row to the Padres of all teams. I'm going to the game on Tuesday.
Are you? That's
I'm
cool.
going
We're
to the game
going
on
the
Tuesday.
30th.
Oh no, it's the it's over. San Diego 8, Mariners 3. Congratulations. Anybody who thought the Mariners were going to do something this year, we're all sadly disappointed.
Hey, you know what? Shut the fuck up. There's a lot of baseball left.
They are
Dick.
fading quicker than Biden's
You
mental
know what?
acuity in the White
All
House.
they need is that one little spark that they get, and that sets them off, and then they start winning.
Yep.
Don't give me this shit. I've been a lifelong fan. I've watched it happen.
I'm a
several
lifelong
times.
fan too. I'm just not dumb enough to believe that they're going to pull out of this tailspin.
You're not a fan, Kevin.
I am a fan.
You know what?
I'm a realistic fan. I'm a realistic fan.
Did you see Dan Wilson get kicked out of the game the other night?
No,
fucking
Dan?
cool. Yeah, he
Dan?
went after the first base ump. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to watch that on YouTube. 'cause
Yeah,
Dan,
it was good.
Dan
He
is
was
so mellow.
pissed.
Yeah.
There's people talking about him getting fired.
What?
No
But
way.
Yeah, there's some underground talk. I don't know if it's just
Shut the fuck up. Stop
disgruntled-
with your rumors. This is what's
I just
wrong
don't
with
know.
America.
Hold on. I don't know if it's disgruntled fans or if there's actually any weight to this, but part of the concerns is some of the decisions he's made with who he's pulled out of the bullpen and when he's switching pitchers and all of that. There's just some questions and
There's so much baseball left. Let him figure it out.
they're a quarter of the way through the season and they're behind the A's.
Oh my God.
They're behind the A's. By the way, I do have breaking news.
What's that?
Dennis, we have breaking news music. Do you have that available? Thank you. Breaking news brought to you by our good friends at Destination Highway 420 located on Hollis Street in East Bremerton. It has been confirmed the hantavirus was actually created when 2 male San Francisco 49er fans kissed. That's true. So there you go. That's our breaking news brought to you again by
Kevin, that
Destination Highway
was the
420.
stupidest breaking news ever. I don't ever want to hear anything like that come out of your mouth again. And we are all fucking dumber for having listened to it.
I don't have to swear in this show anymore because you do it all for me. You do it all.
Well, that's because
for
I
me.
hold it in all week for you guys.
Do you know what I? Oh, the M's only got one hit tonight, according to John. Hold on, I gotta go look at the box. How did they get 3 runs if they had 1 hit? Was that like a 3-run home run after 2 walks? Hold on, 1 hit. That is so ridiculous.
Wow.
This offense is horrible. And with Cal being out too, that doesn't help. With him being out with the injury, that certainly doesn't help. You know what I did on Friday night?
What'd you do?
I went out to see film in Bremerton.
How was that?
And me and a bunch of friends went and watched Top Gun 1 and Top Gun 2 back to back on the 40th anniversary of when it came out in theaters.
That's fun.
Top Gun, the original Top Gun. I never saw it in a movie theater, only saw it on DVD or whatever, to see it on the movie screen. Pretty good. That's a pretty good way to see that movie.
Kevin, you're a fucking nerd.
What are you talking about?
I'm just playing.
You don't like the movie?
No, it's a great movie.
Would you have gone to see it back to back like that?
I'm not much of a movie theater goer. I want to be comfy. Like,
oh, C Film's got some comfy seats.
no, I'm good. I just would
Those
rather.
seats are pretty comfy.
I would rather be in my own space.
My buddy Blaine fell asleep in the middle of the second movie and was snoring. I love you, Blaine.
The new theaters, they're too comfortable.
Yeah,
when you got the seat that can recline and
Yep.
you got room on the sides of your butt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, easy.
And then Thursday night, I wanted to talk about this really quick too. Thursday night, I went out to Tracyton Movie House for a Thursday night out.
Yeah.
Oh,
a
you
funny
finally
night
went.
out.
Congratulations.
Funny night out. Yeah, I was there. You weren't. Shut up. Funny night out. Great time. Miss Mai was there. The comedians were great. The crowd was lively and into it. It's a great place to go watch some live comedy.
Oh yeah.
And listen,
definitely.
get the garbage wings while you're there, and have a good time.
But next month's show on Juneteenth,
We'll be at the Roxy. Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, so maybe we'll promote that as well. I'm going to try to go to that also.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her to come on like a week or two before.
Perfect.
Oh, that would.
That maybe with 1 or 2 of the comedians as well.
I gotta evaluate my life choices before I can fully commit to going to that one. But I'm because I'm I don't know if you guys know this or not. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show, but I graduated with my master's summa cum laude. I'm also the reigning and defending Outlaw Radio Network Invitational champion. Anyway, I still have 2 classes to go, so I got to do some homework, and so I can't commit to go yet.
That's the real reason.
That is the real reason. I got to do homework, and I don't know if I can commit. But okay, I'm not sure where our good friend Dave is, and I'm so hesitant because I know the minute I bring up a UW Dog Mom says Tracyton has amazing seats. Yes, they do. And the best thing about the Tracyton is you put a little flag up at your little table, and you don't have to go order food. They'll just come to you, take your order, then bring it to you. Yeah, it's amazing. Have you tried the garbage wings?
We have talked about this like every time we've brought up Tracyton Movie House. I have a thing about eating super big chicken wings because chicken wings are not supposed to be big.
What if they're big?
They're little animals.
What if they're big chickens?
They're little fucking animals, and if they're that big, then they injected them with something that made them that big.
So did you check that PSA that was sent over?
Yeah, I did.
Is it worth playing? Is it stupid?
It's really stupid.
Is it really? Okay, send it to Dennis, will you please?
Okay.
So that Dennis can play it. We'll play it, Lila. Lila just acts like we're going to stop the whole show so I can play something I haven't heard. So we have a vetting process on this show.
It might be something where the video should be played as well.
Oh, then send it to me. Send it to me then.
Because it's
Oh, you don't have to send it to me. I have it.
You already have it. Yeah.
I already have it. All right, I'll get it ready. Beeler, talk for a second.
You're such a dork. That's what I want to talk about.
Why don't you talk for a second? Why don't you do something productive
Ooh.
for a minute? Let me get this ready here. Come on.
I'm just gonna fucking beat your ass. That actually seems super
Again,
productive for
threaten
me.
you with a good
And for
time.
everybody in the chat, I'll start taking your money bet now.
Seriously, yes.
No,
I'm gonna
Beeler
put
will
down
win.
your
Listen,
money.
Beeler will win for 3 reasons. 1, I will never hit a girl.
Okay.
I've made it 55 years with never hitting a girl. It's not going to start now. 2, Beeler looks effing nuts.
I'm gonna punch him in his dick.
I think if she started swinging, I don't think I could put up much of a resistance anyway. I just think that she'd go like total snapped, like season 5, episode 15
All
snapped.
these Sundays have added up, and it's just like coming to a head, and pretty soon you're fucking dead, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And thirdly, Beeler's made it clear that she's not experienced any carnal gratification in a while, which means she's even further frustrated, which even more increases the likelihood of my death. In fact, she'll probably rip my head off like a praying mantis. So there's that. All right, I've got this here ready to go.
Why did you just repeat that? Like,
Because you've said it on the show before.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you've said it on the show. If you talk about it on the show, it's fair game. You can't put the cat back in the bag.
I'm not talking about anything anymore.
That's why I don't talk about anything.
Shit.
I'm the most boring person.
All right.
on the
All right,
show.
we're going to play this, Dennis. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is what Lila sent over to us. Here we go.
I'm on meth.
I'm on meth. I'm on it too. So am I.
So am I.
I'm on meth.
Meth is not someone else's problem. It's everyone in South Dakota's problem. And we need everyone to get on it.
I'm on it.
I'm on it.
I'm on it too.
Meth, we're on it. That okay. All right. That's not as dumb as mine. I'm sorry. Mine still wins. Yeah, mine still wins, but okay.
Where the heck is Dave,
I don't
man?
know. Do you want to step aside and call him real quick? Make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you do that? No, I didn't mean that snarkily. I was just like, why don't you check in with him?
Sounded
really quick?
snarkily.
No, I didn't mean it snarkily. I love everything you do.
Kevin? Said you were a crazy broad.
Yes. And I'm number 1. All right. Hey, I don't.
That's how you interpret it.
I want to touch on one other thing too. There's a meme that's been floating around the internet this week, and I'm not sure if y'all have seen it, but it essentially says that Bob Ferguson has signed Senate Bill 605. Senate Bill 605 says that it is a bill that forbids people driving without a direction or a place to go. It basically says in order for you to drive anywhere, you have to have a destination in mind before you get there. Joyriding, driving with no particular place to go is outlawed according to this meme GIF thing that's shared all over the internet. And I've seen people share it everywhere. This is not like I saw it once and thought, oh, la-di-da. This was like tons of people were sharing it like it was gospel. And guess what?
Because it's believable. That's why.
But that's why. Listen, that's why people. Yes, Lori.
I got that not from someone within the state.
Yeah.
That's how believable everybody outside of Washington state thinks we're just batshit crazy.
Right.
I got that from
Yep.
family 2 states away, and they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then my sisters in Florida sent it to me, and they're like, is this the motherland?
Mhm.
Is this where you are? Is this what's happening? And I was like, no.
And here's
because we grew up in classic cars. So
Yeah.
that was a Friday night family
Yeah.
event
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's not true, kids. And it literally took me, stupid me, 15 seconds on Google to verify it wasn't true.
Whatever.
And the Senate
Because
bills.
you had the flexibility to do that. I got it
Yeah,
at
you work
work.
for the
I was like,
government.
I can't
Hold
do
on.
it.
I'm not talking about you.
No, I know, but I'm
'Cause you
saying
didn't
I sent
share it.
Yeah, I sent it to you guys, and
Yeah.
I said, "Is this real?"
But you didn't share it.
No, I didn't.
And that so before you share stuff, verify
Look it
stuff.
up.
Literally go on to Google for 5 whole seconds and Google it and see if it's true. By the way, there's no
Does
way
it matter if it's true or if it's satire?
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't.
Because here's the problem.
It depends on the caption you put with it.
Well, okay, maybe, but the problem is people share it as fact, and then it gets proven that it's not fact, and then it just completely disintegrates your credibility in
I
sharing stuff.
understand that, yes. But
know?
when all you post is jokes, it's pretty common knowledge.
Well, your Facebook page is really funny.
Thanks.
Your Facebook page is hilarious, and you
I
can
try to
subscribe.
be
What is it?
funny.
$1 a month?
Yeah, like 99 cents.
99 cents a month? Not even worth the whole dollar. Okay, I don't know about that. I think you could charge far more than that. Your OnlyFans is more expensive than that.
Shut the fuck up. I don't have OnlyFans,
anyway.
dick. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Why don't you have an OnlyFans?
I actually
You don't have to do nudity on
I've
OnlyFans.
actually
Like, you
been
can-
told that my feet could make some money.
When my daughters are no longer living at my house, I'm going to put live cameras in my house and I'm going to open up my own OnlyFans. And it's just going to be me walking around the house, playing video games, making dinner, feeding the dogs.
Burping.
Yeah, farting and burping. Like, I'm not going to do
Nobody
anything
wants
weird.
to watch that.
I'm not going to do anything weird. There's not going to be any frontal nudity. It's just going to be me walking around my house doing normal life stuff.
In his underwear.
And if you want to pay $14.99 a month to watch me walk around my house, more power to you. I don't care. Pay me some money. You can watch whatever you want.
Wow.
You can even send in requests. Hey, Kevin, why don't you make a steak? Okay, got it. You can watch me eat a steak. More power to you. Anyway, all I'm saying is people need to vet stuff before they share it.
Yeah.
I think it's really gross when people just share stuff because, oh my God, this is horrible. I got to share it. Would you vet it, please? Just spend 5 whole seconds and vet it. Because you're leading to the stupidity of this state. Yes, ma'am.
Nothing.
Why are you beating up? What did Dave say?
He's gonna be on very soon.
Very soon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. UW Dog Mom. I checked that meme because I thought it was in the Babylon Bee. It's not. I don't know who came up with it, but the Babylon Bee
Well, the
has.
thing is I saw it for Ohio too, so I'm pretty sure it was going around for every single state.
Oh, probably,
yeah.
Probably. Was when you were in Ohio?
Yeah.
Did it seem as whacked politically as it does in Washington?
It is the same thing, just the Republican Party
Oh, so the Republican Party has got the monopoly on stuff and doing
doing
crazy
the
things.
same shit that the Democrats are doing here.
What do you think of Republican leadership in this state?
I haven't been a fan of Republican leadership in the state since 21.
Okay. Thank you for saying that, because let's bring a Republican leader on. Dave McMullen joins us.
Well, I guess he is.
He is a Republican leader, and a fine one if that, Dave.
Well, you didn't let me finish.
No matter what Beeler says about you, Dave, I think you're okay, man. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing good. It's good to see you, man. Listen, before we go too far into this, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, and I don't know if you want to violate HIPAA, but we talked before about some of the medical stuff that you're dealing with, and I just thought we would start with just a quick update how you're doing and how all that's moving along, because people ask about you all the time.
You are definitely in my prayers, my friend.
I appreciate that. Yes, I do, and I try to make light of it as people keep asking me and stuff, but I'm doing great. The Friday I had my 23rd radiation treatment, which put me at the halfway point, so I'm 50% done, which means I still got to do 50% of it. But the last analysis that they did, CAT scan and stuff, they said I'm doing way better than expected, and that I will be 100% cancer free when this is all done. So
praise God, man. That's good to hear.
I'm just doing what I need to do. I mean, I won't lie. Sorry, a whole bunch of stuff came up on my screen here as I'm getting ready here. It fatigues me. It's hard. The littlest things, like I'm late because I drove up to Mount Vernon for a fundraiser that I was helping put on for Chili Hicks, running against Clyde Shavers up in the 10th, and just driving there and back. Normally I drive everywhere, but it knocks me on my butt. It's hard, but I keeping busy, doing what I do, loving on my grandkids, and continuing to work on getting Republicans elected. It's keeping me going. I'm doing great, and I appreciate you guys and everyone else who always asks. I have asked to buy a bunch of people while I was up there, so it's great to feel the love.
Well, before we get into all the political questions, man, I just want you to know that you are loved and we're rooting for you. And I can't imagine we could do anything to help, but if anything pops up that we can help you with, or you need anything at all, don't hesitate to ask. Okay.
I appreciate that. I really do.
All right, let's talk politics. The election cycles are ramping up. We just made it through filing week.
Yeah.
Can you give us kind of an overview of what you've seen come out of filing week and how you feel like the party is positioned as we really start to get to the meat and potatoes of getting ready for the primaries and then general?
Well, I'll tell you, I haven't seen this much anger from Republicans, light Democrats. You guys might have seen what former Governor Gregoire did as far as that is like a beacon of what we're feeling out there. I'm not going to say that everyone has fallen in love with Republicans again, because that's not really what I'm trying to say, but there is anger out there. The Democrats have truly not pushed it to the edge. They pushed it over the edge, and they gave it a kick as it went over. People are mad. They're very mad. And I'm getting a lot of inquiries about what they can do to help. They want to know what candidates can we get elected. They want to narrow that gap that's in Olympia right now. They want to get some more candidates elected in Congress. I've never felt this before. I'm in my fourth term as chairman, as you know, in Pierce County. So I've been in and around a lot of it. I've helped with U.S. Senate campaigns, local races, you name it. There's just something different about the attitudes of people right now. So it's up to the Republican Party to show them that we are the way, to give us a chance, because the anger's there, the desire to do something different is there, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to vote Republican. As we've seen in the past, sometimes, their answer is, let's just vote for a different Democrat. This one sucks. So there's always that. So I'm not going to whitewash it or anything, but I am getting excited about this upcoming election. I'm out there helping every Republican candidate that wants my help. Like I said, I was just up in Mount Vernon helping a great candidate named Chili Hicks in the 10th. We've got great candidates that are running in Pierce County. We've got some congressional candidates that are running that are I love them. They're great. And we've got some great races up in Snohomish County. And on the east side, there's a whole lot of really great candidates. And I'm on the phone every day. I'm helping different candidates. I just want to elect Republicans. It knocks the crap out of me because I'm fighting the fatigue, but at the same time, it's inspiring me to keep going. That's all I can say as far as an overview on that.
Really quick, Anna's in the chat, Dave. She said to say hi to you. Anna says hello, and then she said, "Oh, I guess hi to you too, Kevin." Although she is the president of my fan club, so hello, Anna.
Is that Anna Remington?
Yes.
Yeah,
Dave,
she works for me at my daycare.
Yeah, well, she's a big fan of yours as well. And also
She's
Tom is
great.
here.
I love her mom and her aunt and everyone else.
Also, Tom is here, just so the listeners know and so that Dave knows that Tom is here. So hello, Tom.
Hey, no.
There you are.
Yep,
We
there
hear
I
you.
am. Hey, I made it.
All right. Beeler had a question for you, Dave.
Were there any surprises that came out of filing week?
Not really surprises. There was some different things that we were hesitantly watching that didn't transpire, so I won't get into it. But you just never know who's going to come out from, behind the curtain, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
Nothing like that really happened.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Dave, listen, I love your excitement, but I guess I'm curious what's different. The last several election cycles, there's been this optimism from statewide Republicans that there was going to be more movement, right? Like I go back to the Lauren Culp election, there was a big buzz about a potential red wave, and that never materialized. Dave Reichert was the candidate. There was a thought that was going to help usher in a red wave statewide, and we were going to see some movement on some of these seats to go back red and try to balance out the power. That didn't happen. It actually went the other way. What's different now in this election cycle with your optimism that's different than what we've seen the last couple election cycles that didn't go Republicans' way?
Well, I'll re-say that I don't know if it's optimism that I have. I'm certainly not looking at the possibility of a red wave. I think we're going to fight tooth and nail for every single seat that we do get. The only thing I feel confident in is I don't think we'll lose any seats. So there's kind of a hold there. I'm optimistic and excited about some of the candidates that have stepped up. In my opinion, a higher quality of candidate in many races has materialized, and I don't know if it says it gives me optimism, but it gives me, I don't even use the word hope. It just gives me excitement that here's some candidates that I truly can get behind, and I'm willing to work my rear end off for, and they have shown that they want to put in the work that's going to be necessary to knock out some of these incumbents. It's all uphill. There is no free ride for any flip seats. There's no free ride. So I'll make that very clear. There have been other races that I've been more optimistic, and things happen that changed the outlook. Sometimes what happens in the other Washington affects what happens. Like in 2025, we got hit with that strike or whatever it was when federal workers weren't getting paid. There's a lot of federal workers that live in the 26 area, as you know, and up in those areas, and it affected that Senate race with Michelle Caldier and some other stuff there. Not making excuses, but back in 2022, we had that Dobbs decision that, I mean, there was a red wave brewing, and then the Dobbs decision came down, and as you know, that was the thing that reversed Roe versus Wade, and it just cut us off, and the wave just absolutely turned into a trickle, and we lost. So I can't predict some of that stuff that's going to happen. All I know is in Washington State and around the country from other people, I got friends and people that I talk to in Florida, Texas, Utah, and California, where I'm originally from. There is anger. There's genuine anger. And in Washington State, with this income tax and raiding the public safety pension funds and the way they changed parental rights, I'm hearing all this stuff, and it's different than in the past. Usually what I was doing is trying to convince them why they need to vote Republican. Now they're like telling me I'm just pissed off, and what do you have to offer? Because, they're not sold, but they're listening because they're mad. They want to try something different. So Republicans need to not get excited, say, oh, everyone's pissed off, they're going to vote Republican. No, we have our work cut out for us to convince them that the Republican way is the way to go. So I guess maybe I clarified more optimism to, I'm watching it kind of excitedly over what could happen. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, perfectly, Tom.
Yeah. So, Dave, with both my jobs, I talk to a lot of people, kind of daily, and politics comes up often. And it doesn't seem to matter what side of the aisle the people I talk to sit on. They all have the same criticisms. They all have the same complaints. They all have the same frustrations. But no one really talks about how anyone's going to change like voter turnout. I think voter turnout is probably our biggest problem. No one gets out and votes. It's the same small group of Washingtonians, and they all vote for the same silly crap. So what do you think the income tax and raiding the pension funds and stuff, do you think that's actually going to motivate people to vote this time around?
It's kindling and firewood to throw into a potential bonfire, is what I'm going to say. It's like you say, it's like the same old talk, same old this or that. And I've listened to it for a decade as a chair, and being part of the state committee and everything else. What's different for me this time is people are pissed. They're upset.
Do you think they're pissed enough to vote, though?
That's our job. We have
Right.
to. I have to say, like during the spring fair in Puyallup, we had our booth and we had registrations to vote. We signed up a lot of people that said we're frustrated,
Good.
and they have registered to vote. In Washington State, you don't register and declare yourself Republican, Democrat. Everything's at open ridiculous.
You just
primary,
vote.
Top two crap, yeah. But we signed up a lot of people that were talking, and we had people that came up. I talked to people too, where they say, "How do I re-register as a Republican?" And I say, "You don't. Are you registered to vote?" And they say, "Yes, I am." I said, "You're good to go. Just vote Republican. Look for the little R on there. And if you have any questions, give me a call. I help a lot of people vote. 'Cause, I mean, the apathy of the voters is very high. All of a sudden they're getting their ballot and they're calling me. Well, tell me about. I mean, literally after everything that was going on that we know about, because we're all policy wonks and pay attention to it. To have people come up to me like in 2024 and say, "Who should I vote for governor?" And I'm like, "Are you serious?" "Yeah, I'm looking at these names, Bob Ferguson." I mean, they didn't even know Bob Ferguson was the current attorney general.
Lord.
And then Dave Reichert. I mean, I know he was sheriff and stuff. And I have my opinion, of course, Dave Reichert. But it just blew my mind that here they got their ballot in their hand, and we've been. I mean, they got to be Seahawks fans because those TV ads were just. I mean, it was just like you'd sit there and it would just be one after another after another. So a lot of voters are just that way. So we got to get that message out. I do think the people that we get touches on will see it our way if they're angry, because I mean, there's no getting around it. You got senators that are talking about 13-year-olds having periods, meaning they don't have to talk to their parents anymore. They can make their own decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, a 13-year-old is a 13-year-old. I know I had a family member who was 9 years old, had a period that started real early. So can she make her own decisions? It's just ludicrous. It's stupid, and it's what those guys think. And the more people understand that, we're not talking about R versus D, red versus blue. We're talking about decency, common sense, and perversion.
Oh, my
That's
favorite
just my way of saying it.
Yeah, my favorite idiot idea is to tax us as individuals for our carbon footprint. So you gotta tax me for breathing.
Don't think that they haven't thought of that.
Oh no, I've heard that idea has been tossed out there. One of the most ignoramus things I can imagine.
I mean, it's not just periods, though. It's life or death situations. My son's a type 1 diabetic. And when he turned 13, I lost access to his thing. Now, hopefully, I'm smarter than that, so I still have access to it. But I couldn't access it from my account. And hello, life or death. And he's a teenager. Yeah. I mean, come on.
13-year-old boys are not known for their responsibility.
Exactly.
13-year-old anybody is not really known.
No.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Just men are not known for their responsibility.
Speak for yourself, Tom.
Facts, Tom. Facts. I agree with you.
I'm very responsibly irresponsible. Dave, who are they mad at, though? One of the things I've seen now is there's a push by the left, obviously, but there's a push, especially with the price of gas, to blame all this on Trump. Well, the economy is failing because of Trump, and the price of gas is really high because of Trump and what he did in Iran. And how do you separate as the party trying to get the information out? How do you get around this national narrative where Trump has done X, Y, and Z, which has contributed to X, Y, and Z, and refocus the voters on what the state legislature has done and is doing that's caused a lot of the issues that you want to run on that have nothing to do with Trump?
Yeah, no, it's a dual-edged sword, as Trump has always been. I think the only word that our current governor has that he knows is Trump, because you ask him anything, what about this and that, and Trump. I mean, Bob Ferguson, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, and his poll numbers are showing that he's the worst governor that we've ever had. Even Governor Gregoire was making serious shots at him, and you got to think we had Jay Inslee before Ferguson, so if he's polling worse than that guy ever did, that says something. So people are blaming the state Democrats for a lot of these things. When you point out to them that Washington State has $1.30 in state taxes, and that a big chunk of that $1.30 is not even going to roads, that resonates. You know, people talk about, they always say people don't talk about potholes, this, that, and the other thing. They really do. So when you're saying, we're paying this ridiculous carbon fraud, and it's not even going to the roads, it's going, and then you can show where the money's actually going to their slush fund stuff, documented, they've uncovered the different stuff. When people hear that, it resonates. Right now, we haven't even begun to really get that message out. I mean, we're just getting our candidates going, messaging starting. I was with Jim Walsh today up there in Mount Vernon. He was helping Joey Hicks as well. We kind of talked about some of that stuff, and he addressed it. The Republicans definitely have their work cut out for them to get that message. We explained it to the nice group that showed up for this fundraiser, and they all got it. The questions they asked said that they got it. So it says that if we can get it to as many people as possible, it resonates. Understand, it's black and white all the way around. So it's hard to really give you a solid answer, because we're like at the beginning stages of it, and like myself, I'm feeling it out. I'm listening to what people are saying. It gives me optimism, but then I know what's been in the past. So, it's going to be a lot of work. And myself, I can speak for myself, I'm putting in a lot of work to get these candidates educated, start getting their messaging out. I know the state party and our caucus in Olympia are collaborating to come up with what kind of messaging actually will hit the hardest, because you only have so much opportunity, so you can't just throw it all in the pot and see what sticks. You got to figure out what's going to stick beforehand and start working at it. So that's where we're at. The only thing I can say is I'm ready for the fight. I think I've always shown I'm ready for the fight, but this time I'm going outside my Pierce County boundaries, and I'm helping every candidate that wants anything to do with me, and I'm talking and helping a lot of them.
I'm going to ask you about the 26 here in a second. I want to share my favorite quote from Gregoire, who I was never a fan of. I never liked her as governor. I used to call her Mein Führer Gregoire. But I want to read to you this. I think this statement is probably the most impactful for me hearing her say it, and it's in regards to the income tax. She said, quote, and this is about the high income residents leaving the state. She said, quote, "They will not pay, they're leaving. When they leave, they stop paying capital gains. When they leave, they stop giving significantly to philanthropy, which would otherwise be necessary by government. So do you understand? Do you see the consequences of what you're doing?" And the answer is no. Like, this is a lifelong Democrat, former Democrat governor saying, y'all have gone way too far. And we'll get into more of these conversations later when Paul's on about some of the things that Gregoire said. But do you think this resounds with Democrats? I mean, do you think when Democrats hear people like Gregoire come out and say, you guys have flown the freaking coop, does that resonate, or has the party...
No, it does. It does, because the truth is a big chunk of Democrat voters are the same old school progressive, but not crazy. I mean, the people that actually run the Democrat Party, they're socialists. They hate America. They want to confiscate all the wealth and distribute it as they please. And that's no exaggeration. Someone could get pissed off on that side and challenge me on it. I'll eat them up because it's truth. Gregoire coming out and saying what she said is an awakening for a lot of Democrats that, just like what I described before, but voter apathy, they don't pay attention. They just blindly vote Democrat. My parents were lifelong Democrats, and neither one of them had any idea what they were voting for. They were just the D. My grandfather and my mother, as a child, they were saved by the New Deal. My grandfather was a lifelong Franklin Delano Roosevelt fan. My mom came of age when John Kennedy was president in Camelot, and he was so handsome. The best reason my mom ever gave, she said, well, the Kennedys were just so good looking and whatever. It just kind of fit into the family narrative of voting Democrat. And
That's why people watch this show. Did you know that, David? Because I'm so handsome. But go ahead.
It's you know what? I honestly don't know why some woman hasn't scooped you up yet. Wait a minute. I do know why, but let's not talk about that.
Damn.
Wow. Thanks, Dave.
Damn.
Hey, I'll bring the baby oil next time, okay?
Oh! All right, Diddy. Hey, Dave, really quick, I want to ask you about the 26th.
Okay.
So I because again that factors into your county as it crosses over into Gig Harbor and part of Pierce County. And I'm going to break down the races really quick, and I'm going to let you say whatever you want to say on whichever ones you think are worth talking about. So the state Senate seat out of the 26 is Deb Krish, and she's running against Gary Parker. He's the only Republican who's announced, so it's going to be the two of them in the general. The primary will be an interesting kind of litmus test, but it's not going to mean nothing. Position 1, Addison Richards has announced he's going to run for re-election. I'm still curious what he's done, but we'll see. Another Democrat's also announced Natalie Bornfleth, and then one Republican, David Olson. And then position 2 for state rep is the one that's being vacated by Valdez Caldeir, as she's not going to run for re-election. One no party preference person, Randy Phillips, you can write him off. If he's not going to declare a party, I don't think they have any shot. 2 Democrats have announced Ted Weatherby and Renee Hernandez Greenfield, and then one Republican, Katie Cornell, who we've had on the show before. How do you think those seats kind of flush out in the 26th? And where do you see as the best opportunity for Republicans to pick up a spot, or in the case of position 2 to retain the spot that Valdez Caldeir is leaving behind?
Well, we could start with Michelle's old seat. Katie Cornell is no stranger to our Republican circles. She ran Pierce County's Get Out the Vote program last year, and she is a fundraising fiend. She's approaching $100,000 in donations, and shows no sign of slowing down on that. She is out door knocking. She is out meeting people. She's getting enthusiasm where people are holding home events for her. Some notable people as well. The Pierce County Party has, and Kitsap as well, has endorsed all 3 of those candidates, Republican candidates that you mentioned. I wasn't sure about Katie in the beginning because she never ran for office before, but she has totally changed my perspective, and I really think that she has a very good chance of winning. That Ted Weatherby, he's really big in the cannabis business, which me personally, I'm totally against. And but it's not an issue that really makes a difference, because there's Republicans and Democrats that, they like to get high. The other candidate, she's just the socialist choice. So if I was going to pick who would probably win in the Democrat part, probably be Ted. And then we just have to, I believe the 26 still is a purplish red district. I think there was fatigue over the previous candidates who had elected officials that were in those offices. And of course, we just had those issues with federal workers not getting paid. Turnout was just absolutely horrendous. Fewer people showed. This is weird. Usually the primary gets about 40% to maybe luckily 50% of the actual voters out there. And then the general is, goes up there. It was totally opposite. There was fewer people voted in the 26 in the general than in the primary. So there was just, people just were, they just were done. It's not that they voted against us, they just didn't vote. They were just done with it. I think Katie is doing a fantastic job, I'm going to say a phenomenal job, of getting her message out there, and getting people to donate. That's huge.
The Senate race, I think, is the most curious one for me, Dave. Deb Christian Danson. I don't really feel like I have a feel for how she's been as a senator. Like, I don't feel like I've really seen anything that she's gotten her name behind. I don't really feel like
that's because she really has done nothing. She's, if anything, she's just been a rubber stamp to the Democrats' agenda. They actually allowed her to not vote on a few issues to try to present her as being more moderate. I don't think she truly is as radical, because her career in the school board down there in Peninsula didn't indicate she was a radical. But she is very much tied to this god-awful agenda of bills and laws that the Democrats have passed. None of it has been on her own. She's just been, like I said, a rubber stamp, adding her name to some votes. So she's not an effective senator in any way, shape, or form. But she's respected out there. Personally, you can't say a bad word about her. You can't say anything negative about her record as a school board director. You just have to look at what she has voted for since she was appointed, and then special election, the last two sessions that she's been part of, and she's just as bad as any bad Democrat, and that has to be looked at. Gary Parker, he's a business owner. He's well respected in the business community. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. He just has quite an uphill battle to convince the voters that he is a good choice. We just recently endorsed him. Now he needs to get out there, really get out there, and get his name out there, because we all know that you could be the best business owner on planet Earth, but not everybody eats his barbecue. Not everybody even, pays attention to who's the popular business people in the chamber.
Really damn good barbecue.
They're just everyday people, and Gary's got to get out there and convince those people. And I'm waiting to see what he does to make that happen. So it's going to be a tough race, very tough race.
Mm-hmm.
Are you confident? Well, I guess this is a stupid question. I don't think you're going to say you're not, but how confident are you that the Republicans can pick up a seat, retain the seat that Calder is leaving behind? How confident are you that the 26th is room that the Republicans can start to etch back into that Democrat majority?
Honestly, I'm optimistic. And I'll say cautiously optimistic, because both David Olson and Katie Cornell are performing well above expectations. They're both out there. They're actually working together. To have two Republicans in the 26 working together with doorbelling, door knocking, is just refreshing, and a lot of Republicans are noticing that. So, like I said, I think there was just some voter apathy and fatigue on the part of Republican voters and right-leaning independents. which the 26 has more independents leaning left and right than they actually that'll declare themselves Republican or Democrat. So that's a key factor that people who had pretty much grown weary of the 26 are getting excited again. And normally the 25th race was just an anomaly, but normally, like when we lose in those races, it's very tight. We're doing a lot of ballot harvesting and rehab to either win or lose, and that could be the difference in winning in the 26 is that there's local excitement again, and two candidates that David Olson, then just like Deb, has been very respected Peninsula School Board director. Both of them had been like the top director. I can't remember what the title is. And David Olson has won every election that he's run for that race. He ran for OSPI in 2024, as some of you may remember, and he actually not only won the 26 LD, he won Pierce County. Dave Reicher didn't even win Pierce County. He won against Reichdahl in that race. And then just last year, he got reelected by almost 10 points. I don't remember the exact amount, but he just wiped out his candidate. So he's got the name recognition. He's got support. He's raising money. He's like, I don't remember, but I believe he's about $65,000, I think, the last time I talked to him. And, those are signs that we're getting traction.
Yeah.
So once Gary hasn't really gotten started yet, so I can't say that the same thing's happening to him, but he's liked well enough that once he gets going, I think he can start that same level of enthusiasm. But definitely in the House, Cornell and Olson, I feel very inspired that they're going to do the things they need to do to get the job done. And I do believe, because polling on Addison Richards is not high. It's not high. He's another rubber stamp type of candidate. He hasn't really put forth any legislation that he can hang his hat on. They allowed him to skip the millionaire tax vote just so that the Republicans can't throw that around his neck, but we're going to anyway. So, yeah, we can retain, absolutely, I feel we can retain position 2, and we can flip position 1. I think I got them right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I met Addison Richard a couple weeks ago, actually. I had to sit down and coffee with him over at Cutter's in Gig Harbor about just kind of sharing the story of my daughter, and he was willing and open to hear it. I have nothing negative to say about the guy, but again, to me, he kind of feels like Deb Christian Danson in the sense that I don't know if I could tell you what he's done in his time. He's been there for a little bit now. There should be something he could hang his hat on legislatively and say, "This is what I've done." And I don't feel like there's
nothing at all. He's added his name to someone else's legislation. He has voted in lockstep on everything except what they told him not to try to take that edge off. You'll find that there's several Democrats throughout the state that are incumbents that it's interesting how they didn't vote for, and they're in swing states, or swing districts, very purple, very vulnerable, and they allowed them to skip certain votes so that they can say, "Oh, I didn't do that." But it's also easy to still throw that around their neck because every other thing that they did vote for, and flipping the seat tells you that the Republican doesn't need permission to not vote for a millionaire's tax or taking away our elected sheriff or any other crap. They just won't do it.
Yeah.
So so there's that, and that's pretty much the strategy that must be put forth. And I do believe in areas like the 26th that resonates hard.
Yeah.
And we can get traction. You know, when you're focusing on certain areas, statewide elections, it's so hard because you got so many voters you have to touch. But in the 26, that usually has really good voter turnout. We can make something happen in the 26.
Dave, one last question before we wrap up with you, and then I do want to make sure we get you on a little more often moving forward, just as this continues to evolve and we get in the middle of this election campaign season and all of that. But one last question I wanted to ask you: if I'm just an average disgruntled Washington resident, and I've had enough with cost of living through the roof, I've had enough of the gas taxes, I've had enough of interference by the legislature in my parental rights, but I'm just a regular schmo. How do I get involved? If I just decide I want to put some energy and effort in, how do I get involved to help bring about some kind of change more than just casting a ballot? What can I do?
Well, you can start by calling your local county party office. We have someone that we have answering the phones during regular business hours, who's knowledgeable to lead you in the right direction. Like I said before, we're going to be doing doorbelling. We're going to be doing phone banking. We're going to be raising funds to do mailers. We need people that can do all kinds of stuff. We had a volunteer group that stuffed like 1,000 envelopes for David Olson so we can get those mailed out. We just bring the volunteers. Olson brought his stuff. People stuffed them for him. It's just little things like that you can do. If you can give us an hour of your time a couple days a week or even once a week where we can give you a list of phone numbers and a script, you can just, with your own cell phone, you can just call these people and we'll give you a code that blocks your personal number, and you can help that way. You know, and if you don't have the time, you know, write a check to your candidate. I always tell everyone is just give money to your candidates, and then if you max out on that, then give to your county party, because there's things that we're doing with Get Out the Vote. So there's a lot of things, but it all starts with making a phone call and reaching out, because we don't know who you are and what you want to help with until you reach out to us.
Yeah.
I always tell people, give them my cell phone. I get people calling me all the time. I don't recognize the phone number, and when I can, I just answer it. Ends up being somebody that wants, so-and-so, give me your number. And I'm like, what's up? We start talking. I've signed up volunteers that way. I even got a candidate out of a phone call like that for a certain race. So, yeah, just reach out. Don't sit on your butt. Don't just bitch and moan about what's going on. It's an all hands-on deck situation. If you want change, you need to be involved.
Fair enough. Dave, we love you, man. Let's coordinate. You and Beeler can coordinate. Let's get you on again soon. In studio if you want, video remote if you want. If you need some coupons to get some discounted baby oil, we can work with some advertisers to make that happen.
Walmart usually has good prices. Don't worry about that.
Dave, I love you so much, man.
You like that Equate brand?
Yeah, people in the comments are commenting about they thought that your Diddy oil comment is funny. So I'm glad that you can bring some levity to the political discussion, Dave. We love you.
I miss you, buddy.
I try to keep it loose. I mean,
I'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, Dave. Dave McMullen. He is the Pierce County Republican chair, good friend of the show, and political agreement or disagreement aside, just an all around good man as well.
Amazing, man.
So Dave, we love you.
You're one of the best, Kevin, and I like to joke around with you, but
Hey,
you're one of my favorite.
don't do that.
Thank
He's
you,
not going to be able to get his head through the door at the end of the night.
That's a pretty good sized
follow
door.
his Facebook. You already know he's there.
Not wrong.
Dave, we love you, man. All
right.
Listen, I'm praying for you too. Continue to kick cancer's ass, and please let us know.
You know
if
what?
you
I just want to put it out there. I'm going to be 100% cured on June 16th when I do the last treatment.
Heck
So-
yeah, you are.
There you go.
Hey, listen.
That's just the way it is. So I appreciate everybody's prayers. I try to keep everyone informed on my own Facebook with levity and humor where I can. You know, it's a serious thing, and I'm taking it very serious, but people's prayers, there's nothing to be said that's more important than just saying a prayer for me. I feel it.
Patrick said in chat, hashtag equate Diddy oil, hashtag on sale, hashtag get your coupons.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me write that down.
Dave, we love you, man. Let's have you on again soon. And
all right.
Please let me know if we can do anything for you.
All right. Take care, buddy.
All right. There goes Dave McMullen. He is again the Pierce County Republican Party chair. Listen, I'm gonna, and Dave, I'll leave you in if you want to hang out on the backside. I'll take you out of the video chat. You can hang out in a minute for a few minutes if you want to. But I'm gonna echo what he said. Right? Call your party locally. Call your local party people if you want to get involved.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean you have to write a check. If you're struggling, you can't afford to write a check, then don't write a check. But if you can get involved, make phone calls, seal envelopes, door knock, get out and get involved. Right? And this applies to both parties. I'm not only advocating for Republicans, although I think my thoughts on this are pretty clear that we need some balance back in the state again.
Yes.
But if you're a Dem and you're like, listen, I need to get involved, call your local party peeps and get involved.
And
It's
ask
really,
them to be honest.
yeah, it's really easy to sit at home and post angry crap on social media.
You know,
it's a lot harder to get involved and do something that matters, Tom.
I just when I listen to people bitch, the first thing I do is ask them, "Did you vote?"
Yeah, well,
they sit there and complain, and did you vote?
Yeah,
and when they say no, you say, "Shut up! Don't complain. You are not allowed to complain unless you voted."
That's your bugaboo, Tom. You've been clear about this for a long time on this show, that people need to vote. They need to get out. They need to get active. They need to make their ballot count.
Yeah, shit. I'm not even saying who to vote for. Just get off your ass and vote. Be informed and vote.
I think if we saw more people vote, it would help Republicans. I think my opinion. I don't have any numbers to back this up.
Republicans that aren't voting. So yes,
but I think Kevin's right. I mean, I think the average voter in this state doesn't really follow along party lines one way or the other. They exercise some common sense, and the left has definitely shown us they're not exercising common sense.
And my hope would be that guys like Dave continue to reformat people's opinions of what a Republican is in this state.
Yeah.
Because Dave and I don't agree on everything politically. There's some stuff politically that him and I don't agree with. There's a lot of stuff that him and I do agree about. But the one thing you can never accuse Dave of doing is coming on this show and speaking hate. I never hear hate come out of his mouth.
Never.
I never hear negativity come out of his mouth. I hear things he's passionate about.
Yeah.
But I never hear anger. I never hear vitriol. I never hear hate.
Right.
Now, some people, Lila especially, will say, well, your comments about how the socialists hate Washington State or whatever. Okay, maybe you could equate that in your mind to some form of vitriol or hate. That's cool. But that's the only thing that anybody could ever attribute to Dave saying that I think even remotely gets close to that. I think what Republicans want, which I completely agree with, is some balance out of Olympia. Because right now, we are in the middle of 40 years-ish, give or take, of one-party rule in the state of Washington. And where has that gotten us? It's gotten us to a quality of life that slips. It's gotten us to
$1.30 a gallon in taxes
for gas.
Gas.
Well, but let's put that in perspective, Tom, right? First, second, or third highest gas tax in the nation, depending on what metrics you're using. Right. So are the roads that much better because we're paying out the ass in tax?
Suck ass.
I just got done putting in 150 miles on our roads today for some family stuff. And yeah, Alicia, you're right. Our roads suck.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. For the amount we spend on gas tax and supposed road maintenance, infrastructure, etc.
Yeah. We have horrible infrastructure here.
Awful
in
roads.
Washington. It's horrible.
Are we safer in this state because of the taxes we're paying?
Hell no.
I continue to hear about how we have a shortage of state patrolmen in Kitsap County that are able to respond.
We have the lowest number of law enforcement officers per capita in the country, and Kitsap County happens to have the lowest number of law enforcement officers per capita in the state.
Yeah.
So Kitsap's the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Nationally.
Do you feel like we're getting bang for our buck or for what we're paying for? I mean, and again, I'm not trying to stir crap, right? But these are the questions you ask yourself when you figure out who you're going to vote for. Are you going to vote for a candidate that's been in office a while? Like,
Vote
Addison,
out every
I
incumbent.
mean, isn't the sheriff's department on a hiring freeze right now, anyways?
Yeah, they can't afford anything.
Yeah.
I don't know the
So
answer
I
to
mean,
that.
is that really our law enforcement's fault, or is that a direct reflection of our commissioners and their budgeting?
Yeah, and I'm not taking swings at people, but I'm going to take swings at people. The question you've got to ask Tara Simmons in the 23rd, Addison Richards in the 26th, Travis Couture in the 35th, right? You've got to ask them all the same question. I don't like where we're at. What are you doing to fix it? Now, with Travis and Dan Griffey in the 35th, I think their answer is really clear. You know, Travis has been, especially Travis, but I love both of them, but Travis has been really vocally opposed to a lot of the stuff that the Democrats have been running through. So I don't think we have any question where Travis and Dan stand.
No, Travis is doing an amazing
Yeah.
job.
But I think you
see
can
Travis
ask
in headlines all the time.
Yeah, I think you can ask Addison Richards. I think you can ask Tara Simmons. I think you can ask the incumbent Democrats. Yeah. Okay, you guys are in charge. You're the party pushing the bills through. So what are you doing to make it better? Because when I fill up when it costs me $106 to fill up my Jeep, $106 to fill up my Jeep. Again, I'm upper middle in income. I can absorb some of that. You know who can't? The people making $22 an hour. The people that are barely getting over minimum wage. Single moms that are trying to care for their family and work a job barely above minimum wage and afford things. That's the dangerous stuff, right? That's the problem. So you need to be asking the Democrats, okay, well, how are you going to fix it? Because you guys have been in party for 40 years. How are you going to make things better?
They're not, and they're just going to continue to make it worse. That's my prediction.
Yeah. Yeah. Allison says gas is ridiculous. I make what, 19, or is that 19 exclamation point or 191? I can't tell, but it's ridiculous. And again, I'll absorb it because I can afford to absorb it. I've got a little play in my income to be able to pick it up, but most people don't. People with young kids don't. People, single parents don't. Working families don't. It is I'm going to swear. It is. I try not to swear on this show because people from church will throw eggs at me, but it is expensive as a motherfucker to raise kids in this state.
It is.
And you're going to tell me that we're going to continue to increase the gas tax? Mm-hmm. We're going to continue to run this stuff up?
Yeah, of course they are, because they want us in fucking electric cars, even though that is fucking getting right up there with gas prices. It's ridiculous.
As a guy who's had an EV for longer than any of this bullshit's been, talked about.
Yeah.
The infrastructure for EV is not reliable right now.
Right.
I mean, unless you are a creature of habit and you do the same thing every single day. Okay, yeah. Pick me. That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, Allison said they're making 19 an hour. Those are the people that I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Listen, Democrats complain about white privilege. Okay, but I would state that Democrats live in liberal privilege. This idea that because they can afford it, everybody else can. Because they claim some moral high ground, everybody else will pull money out of their ass to make it happen. That's not how it works in the real world. Christine Gregoire came out. We'll talk about this later, but Christine Gregoire said the exact same thing. Democrats have lost their minds. They've implemented policies that the standard Washingtonian can't afford to pay. And that's some dangerous shit, guys, because they're not walking it back. They just passed the state income tax. And as Gregoire said, former Democrat governor of the state of Washington, as Gregoire said, they're all leaving. Well, when all those millionaires leave, what do you think the Democrats are going to do with the state income tax? They're going to lower the threshold from $1 million down. And they're going to say, we have to, because now we don't have the income to afford the things that we've passed. That's dangerous as hell. We'll get to it more in a little bit. And Lila's the problem. Lila said, good leave. Okay, Lila, let me know when Seattle looks like Detroit.
It already does.
No, it doesn't. Hold on. It doesn't.
I mean, I went there and I stepped over 2 piles of shit in 1 city block. So don't tell me.
Here's why it doesn't look like Detroit yet.
Okay.
Because
okay.
there's still major businesses in Seattle
When-
that
and-
haven't left yet.
But
Well,
they're leaving.
But and when they're gone,
leaving.
and half a downtown is empty.
And there's not regular gun battles downtown yet, but that's coming
time.
too.
And then
Lila
Seattle's
says it's
gonna be like, I'm gonna miss
Half
you
of
when you're
downtown
gone.
is empty.
half of downtown is empty, but
Yeah.
the big businesses are still
We
here.
are at
For now.
33% lease emptiness.
Yeah.
For
That's
leasing.
insane.
33% vacancy.
That's
Yes,
1/3.
And that means,
Yeah.
that's
Fuck.
1/3.
And look-
Not only that, that's when cities just decline
Decline.
quickly.
Yeah.
And not only that, they've lost the big business. Starbucks headquarters is moving to Tennessee.
Yep.
Say la vie.
But Boeing's already gone.
And
Well,
Boeing-
Boeing isn't
gone.
completely gone, but they will be.
Boeing
They will be
headquarters
soon.
left 20 years ago.
Starbucks isn't completely gone, but they will be.
They will be. Amazon already moved their headquarters over to Bellevue
Yeah.
because of the jumpstart tax.
Yep.
And now they're moving over out of Washington.
Yep.
Microsoft is moving out of Redmond to
Yeah.
BC, Vancouver, BC,
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
Hello.
And what I have is, I have people like Lila, and Lila, I love you. Thank you for supporting the show. I have people like Lila that say, "Then good, then leave." It's cool. And listen, if you can believe what you want to
Stay
believe.
if I want to fucking stay, okay?
But I'm-
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm just saying, you're going to get what you want, Lila, and we're going to see what this looks like in 20 years.
Yeah.
This state's. I love Dave, and I love his optimism. I'd love for there to be some kind of a red wave that balances things out. I just think we're going to get second verse same as the first, and in 20 years from now, we're going to talk to the folks with the KDDA in a minute. In 20 years, you're not going to have Derby because grassroots groups like that will not be able to afford to operate in this state. Because you're going to tax the crap out of everything. You're going to get rid of gas cars, which are going to make the existing gas cars go through the roof on value. You're going to kill everything about our way of life. So there we go. All right. I'm gonna switch gears. We're not going to take a commercial break.
We are going to take a commercial break.
Oh, because
right
you got to
now.
you got to go empty out your 14-year-old bladder
now.
All right, Dennis, can we take a quick commercial break so the Beeler can go pee? Everybody in the chat is like, Beeler's poor bladder. It's so sad. Thanks again to Dave McMullen, Pierce County Chair of the Republican Party, for joining us. We'll get him on again soon, right? You'll make that happen soon. I'm also going to implore Lori right now. I haven't told her I'm going to ask her this. I have a list of everybody running for office in the 26th. I'm going to get that to you. I'd like you to reach out to all of them. Democrat, Republican, and the one idiot that doesn't declare a party. If you're listening to the show and you haven't declared a party, you have no chance in hell.
You're a fucking retard, man.
Facts.
Wow.
Sorry, I meant to say retard.
All right, we'll take a break.
Damn.
Okay.
The Derby was last Saturday. We're going to talk about it.
You mean yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Last Saturday was yesterday. God, shut your mouth. Yesterday was the Derby. We'll talk about it next. Outlaw Radio. Back after this.
Are you ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Rain Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Rain Spirits, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional.
This episode of Outlaw Radio Network brought to you by Destination Highway 420 in Bremerton. If you're looking for a knowledgeable cannabis shop with a great local vibe, check out Destination Highway 420. They offer a wide selection of Washington State cannabis products, including flower, pre-rolls, edibles, and concentrates from trusted producers across the state. Their friendly staff can help you find exactly what you're looking for in a relaxed, welcoming environment. Visit Destination Highway 420 at 1225 Hollis Street in Bremerton. Must be 21 years or older with valid ID.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance. Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-a-la-carte.com for more information. That's admin-alacarte.com. Admin a la carte. Your business doesn't fit into a box. Why should you have to?
Cats are masters at using up their 9 lives, like chasing laser pointers into walls or jumping onto high shelves. But the one thing cats never do, text while driving. So be like a cat and protect your one and only life. Don't text and drive.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, proudly supporting our veterans in the Bremerton community. Visit them online at destinationhighway420.com. 21 and over.
Cannabis has intoxicating effects and may be habit forming. Keep out of the reach of children.
On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network,
some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf
Sometimes
of
I have to mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone. I just mansplaining.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network Sunday nights at their new time from 6 to 10.
The older people, I know you're getting a little edgy right now, but you better get into me because I don't want to bum you out, but I'm the future of America.
This is the Outlaw Radio Network.
Good evening, my fellow citizens. It's kind of stony, huh?
It's a real thing. A radio signal from another world.
The United States government presents
The Outlaw Radio Network. Outlaw Radio Network.
To provide guidance to mankind.
All right, coming up later, Paul's going to join us. We'll get back into those comments from Christian Gregoire about the state of the state. We'll also talk about what's going on in Cuba because I don't understand. Maybe I'm an idiot. Shut up, Tom. Maybe I'm an idiot. I just don't understand.
Damn.
What's up, buddy?
No, not much. It's been a day.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm glad I made it.
It's good to see you, buddy.
Oh,
hey, we're gonna switch gears and get away from politics for the next 30 minutes or so. Just because if I talk about politics too much, I want to eat a bullet like Kurt Cobain in a greenhouse. Yes, he did kill himself, by the way.
And that wasn't one bullet.
What was it? What?
It was a shotgun blast.
Oh, so a lot of little bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of little.
I mean, unless he went slug, who knows? But that's one big bullet.
All right. Anyway, by the way, he is the most overrated.
You shut your whore mouth.
So overrated.
You shut your whore mouth.
So much better. Hey, let's talk about stuff that's not overrated, which is going to the Derby. So last night was opening night of Derby night. Damien, Josh, Melody joined us with Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, the KDDA in the house. No camera for them tonight because somebody, Tom, left their extra camera at the house. And so we can't look at their beautiful faces.
I told you it's been an anomaly of a day.
I know, but I have to give you a hard time.
So why don't you let at least 2 of them sit at the table? And Tom and Alicia.
I'll go sit on the couch.
Okay, why don't you guys go sit on the couch? Which 2 of you are going to come? Melody has to come up here because people want to see Melody. She had her first race.
I'll sit right here.
All right, Melody and Damien are going to come up. Josh is going to stay on the couch. By the way, for all of you who get all frustrated when I talk about Beeler being on the couch, just zip it. Nobody cares. All right. So put your headphones on. Now, remember, you got to talk right into those microphones. They don't pick up from very far away. So, Melody, Damien, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
Melody, you're going to talk more this time.
Try again.
Nervous?
Yeah, I'm going to try to talk more.
Yeah, don't be shy.
So, Melody, remind the listeners, how old are you?
16.
And this was your first Derby last night?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was good for the one race that I did.
What did you do? Was it straight oval, figure eight?
Yeah, just an oval.
Yeah. How'd you do?
I'd say I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead and say it. But
did you hit any cars?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jeff Baker.
Did you take him out, or just trade a little paint?
You could.
Well, let's just say he can't really walk right now.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Okay.
And
All
he's
right.
building a new car.
And he's because of you.
I think
Partially,
so.
yes.
What did he hold on? Did he talk to you after the race? Like, did he have words for you? Were they supportive words, or were they like,
was
"How dare
supportive.
you"? Or okay, all right. So he's proud of you for taking him out.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damien, how'd she do?
I actually think she did amazing. You know, leading up to the race, we had a little bit of technical issues with her car, and we were a little worried that, you know, she wasn't going to get to race, and she was kind of upset about it, you know, but we told her, like, you know, just because you can't do time trials doesn't mean you can't race. And I mean, we're stacked with people that know what they're doing. So, like, just don't worry, we'll get your car out there, you know. And everybody came together, and I mean, No Spark Racing always comes together as a team and a family. And so we got her out there, and man, it was cool to watch her race. I'll tell you that, because we've been leading up to it, and so it was cool to see her out there. We just told her put the skinny pedal to the floor and just go, you know, and she definitely did that. And like she said, Jeff Baker did try to use her as part of the corner, and it didn't work out so well for him. He does have some GoPro footage of it online. He's got some yellow dice hanging in the back window, and he said that was probably his bad luck charm, because the yellow dice in the back window meant there was a blue or a black and teal car coming through him in the backside.
Wow. Okay. So hold on. So I don't. You're her dad, Josh?
That's my dunkle.
Your
I'm like
dunkle?
her daddy uncle. So growing up, she was my niece.
Okay.
And then within the past couple years, I kind of took full custody of her, and I call her my kid.
Okay. All right. So let me ask, so you've known her since she was little.
Yeah.
Is there do you worry about her on the track? Like, is there
Yeah, I couldn't watch. I literally was facing the other way until that gave me anxiety too. And then I had to turn around, and she was pushing a car through the corner with her foot all the way on the floor in first gear, just pushing people.
So
and
she
I was
did
like,
good.
okay, she's doing all right. She's got this. And then she came around another corner and spun out a car. And I was like, oh, yeah, she's doing great. And then she spun out another one. And I was like, I don't know why I was worried at all. She's fine.
So Melody, could you give some lessons to Beeler, because she needs to learn how to drive her car better? Because we raced last September, and I calzoned her. She wasn't even competitive. Can you give her some lessons?
Well, I watched her and I think she did great.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
You know who
I
won
love
last
her.
year, right? You know who won last year?
That would be.
Do I have my song?
Yeah.
Hold on. Do I have my song? Hold on. I told Dennis we were going to do this once tonight. Do you have my?
Is it gonna be Queen? We Are the Champions because you're so fucking gay.
Nope. It's my theme song. Dennis play.
I am amazing. I am astounding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring you Kevin, who thinks he is the reincarnation of Jesus, apparently. What are you even doing right now?
I'm basking in the glow of my greatness. Shut up, loser. I won. You lost. Suck it up, Buttercup. All right. Damien, how'd you do?
I mean, I did all right. I did come out there with a different strategy this year of, like, you know, actually racing in the races instead of just smashing cars.
So hold on, is that a thing? Like, do some drivers come out there and they're really like, I don't care if I win or lose, I just want to trade paint?
Yeah, that was me.
Was that
year.
really? Okay.
I mean, Josh told me at the end of the year that I was supposed to, like, race, you know, and that meant, like, passing people. And I said, well, I would pass people if they would get out of my way. And he said, well, you're supposed to go around them. I said, but I'd rather go through them, though. So that's why we built 3 cars for me last year, because I destroy cars. I destroyed yesterday's car on accident. So, but I did all right. The first figure 8, you know, it was close.
Yeah.
Josh ended up with the win. But
we're gonna get to Josh in a
it was
second.
it was close, but the second figure 8 I came out, and I was doing good, not smashing the car, and then somebody got spun out in front of me, and I was already skinny peeled to the floor, and I mean, you have to go through them when they're just, you know,
right in front of you.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're a ways away, but there's no stopping, not when you're coming that fast. So I just smashed through them. And then last night I ran my first finale I've ever ran. I did a team finale with Gabe Salter. Shout out to Gabe Salter for accepting me as a teammate. I think we did pretty good. I don't know. It was my first finale, so
stay away from your teammate, Damien.
Listen, dude. Maybe next time my teammate's gonna have a different color back end. I'll tell you that. But yeah, it was a great time. You know, we spent all winter building these cars again, and you know, to have the No Spark team actually come away with a win first night, it was great. You know,
let's talk about the win, Josh. Man, talk about it. What was it?
So last time we were here, I told you guys my car was slow and nobody wanted to drive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the case. We took the catalytic converter off of it and it came alive, and it's really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of race did you win? Straight oval?
Eight.
Figure eight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hit people in the middle. They hit me, and I still pulled it off.
There you go.
I was Damien's flipping me off under the table. So apparently Damien was supposed to win, but they pulled the wrong flag and they gave it to me.
Oh,
all
okay.
the videos I watch, he doesn't even have a chance.
Really? Okay.
His car's running on 3 cylinders, smoke rings coming out the stack.
at some point you can watch my GoPro video on the 360 Max. You know, where it shoots the front and the back, and it follows everywhere around. And if you pay attention to the video, you will see 253 behind me.
No.
So, yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, all right. So you guys are gonna have to settle this on the track then.
No, the win came home to no
Nope,
spark.
yep.
If I was in Damien's shoes, I'd say the same thing.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters, is that the No Spark team came home with the win.
The team won. I didn't win. The team won.
Yeah, that's how we roll, man.
That's all that matters. Team first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We had people that didn't even get to drive their cars, you know, and they were in the pits helping us.
Yeah, absolutely. Big
Zach
shout
Fisher.
out. Yep, big shout out to Zach.
Amazing pitman yesterday. He should have been on the track, but you know, underlying circumstances. Kevin Robinson, he was a big help.
Oh yeah, always.
Huge help. Abel, great help, great pitman.
Ray Delander from R&K Recycling and Transport. He's one of our new sponsors. He hauled 2 cars to the track and from the track for us. And then unbeknownst to me, grabbed a pit pass and was like an A+ pitman. I'm telling you, he was Johnny on the spot yesterday. And I mean, it was, we thought we were going to struggle because we don't have many pitmen, because all of our pitmen are drivers now, you know.
Yeah.
You figure we have 7 numbers racing under our team now. And that's grown, like, that's double from last year, you know,
Nice.
almost double from last year. So, yeah, for everybody that came to come together and help us out in the pits and get everything going. It was a great day for racing, that's for sure. We even got a good window of weather, if you guys paid.
I was going to ask you about that because I wasn't at the event, unfortunately. I'll be at the next one. But do you guys have a wet, muddy track, or what was the track like?
It was supposed to rain.
It was
rained
pretty
a little.
dry. They had to bring the water truck out a couple times. It was
Yeah,
pretty
but
dry.
Keep the dust.
Nice.
It kept it moist enough to where it wasn't muddy and
Moist.
soupy.
Moist.
Yeah.
Moist.
It,
Moist, Lori. She loves the word moist.
so it wasn't muddy and soupy, but it was a fast track because it wasn't super dry and it wasn't super wet. And we got lucky. I mean, because of no rain, we actually had people come out to watch the race. That's what we were a little worried about, so whether or not they were going to.
Hey, did you guys hear the crowd when I won? They went crazy.
How was the crowd for opening night? Good crowd?
They were good.
Loud?
Yes, they were loud.
They had their moments.
You guys are trying to get each other to answer the question.
No,
So-
he's trying to get me to swap seats, I think is what he's doing.
Oh, you want to be off the camera? Are you camera shy?
No, we just,
Oh, okay.
just
All right.
shake and bake, baby.
So listen, so 2 weeks until your next one.
Yeah, you
and then
coming?
2 weeks. Yeah, I'm coming to the next one.
Good.
2 weeks until the one after that. And then you guys have like a month. So what does that do for you guys with having such a quick turnaround time between the races of like 2 weeks and then 2 weeks? I would assume it makes it a little tighter, right? Because you've got to do the work on your cars and get those all ready to go. I would assume it crunches your time.
A lot of the guys can show up on the weekends, which really, I mean, yeah, it's a benefit, but I mean, not everybody can make it there every day to work on their stuff. So me and Alex Costa, my wife, we try to work on people's cars when they're not there to try to, move stuff along. My car from last night's pretty toast, but I already have it in the garage. I know what's wrong with it. I know what I need to fix. I got most of it done. So, and that was just today.
Yeah, we fixed Melody's car today.
Melody's car's fixed.
Melly, do you do work on your car? Like, do you get under the hood with a wrench? or whatever?
Complains. My fingers. Oh, can I tell you guys a funny story?
Yes, please.
Excuse me, women have more sensitive skin on their hands than men do, so shut your mouth.
Okay, anyways. So So funny story.
No.
Yeah, I'm telling it.
Don't do it. Is it gonna embarrass her?
Tell the
No.
story.
She was gonna go inside and take a shower because she just did some yard work, for a lady down the road or whatever, trying to make some money, which is good for teenagers. And so she came home and she was gonna shower, but it's race week. You need to be out there helping your team.
Mm-hmm.
So my wife was like, Melody, you need to go outside and help, figure out stuff with your car. Let's do it. I just picked her up a bunch of rims and tires. I was like, just, take your tire off, put these rims on, make sure they fit, and then you're good. Park your car. She came out with kind of an attitude and kind of quiet, irritated, mad, I guess you can say.
I was already in the shower.
Sucks.
Girl, I feel your pain.
My hair was
Men do
wet.
not understand this shit whatsoever.
So she comes outside. I get her set up. I got the lug nuts cracked loose. So I thought, well, she's got the car in the air. It's a front wheel drive car. She's trying to loosen the tire with the tire iron. It's just spinning. She's getting irritated. So I set the car down a little bit for her. And she's cranking on this fucking tire iron. And the lug stud snapped. And she fucking flew backwards, knocked her head on the jack, and just laid there. Like, she gave up on all of life. She was just pissed.
Poor thing.
She had a headache.
I gave you a chance earlier to throw him under the bus for not giving you a faster car, and you didn't bring it up, but he threw you under the bus the first chance he had.
No, I'll build her a faster car if that's what she wants, but it ain't going to be right now. Not happening. We got mini trucks to build. We got more finale cars to build, cars to fix.
Well, that's the next finale, right? Is mini and big trucks.
Yeah,
right?
we ain't even started on them. I mean, we kind of did, kind of didn't. I was going to start building mine, and then the clutch went out, so I had to replace the clutch, and then now it runs and drives, so I'll probably start working on that. Tyler Robron, another one of our teammates, he's got, his H-bar in, and he's got, I think, his dash bar and bumper. Maybe just his dashboard. Yeah. But he's going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. Melody's car will be ready. Damien's car will be fixed. Hopefully the bumper will stay on it.
We had high hopes.
We need to talk to some people and figure out how they get their bumpers to stay on.
we had high hopes for opening night, and we were pretty confident that the bumper was going to stay on.
It did not.
It did not.
It did
stay
not.
on.
Melody's bumper stayed on.
Yeah.
That's a factory bumper. Nothing done to it.
Finale bumper stayed on.
Yeah, that's got a lot of wire on it.
All right, Allison, I think is a big Mel fan. By the way,
Allison is Melody's mother.
Oh, okay. Hello, Melody's mom. All right. If you have any stories about Melody you'd like to share, Allison, please let us know. We'd love to hear them.
Okay.
How you guys feeling today? Because
Oh.
and the reason I ask is because when we've done, and I only do it once a year, it's so much fun. I'm so glad you guys let us do it. I'm awful, but I won last year. Beeler, did you hear I won last year?
Did you know he won last year?
Hey, did you know that Kevin's a little bitch and he can shut his fucking mouth?
Hey, but did you know Melody's car is really quick and you're going to run it?
I can't wait to drive your car. Thank you, Melody.
Melody just said it wasn't very fast.
He's going to get it faster for her, bitch.
Doesn't
Okay.
have much power.
I think we should put Kevin in Josh's car. And he can defend his title.
I'll drive whatever you
Why are you guys so fucking in love with Kevin? He's a prick.
That's why we like
He
him.
is such a dick.
That's why we like him.
Why
Dennis,
can't
what do
you
you
go
mean?
for the nice person?
Well,
Man.
let's put it this way. Melody's car is probably like 2,800 pounds.
Yes.
It's a fucking tank. My car is probably like 1,300 pounds.
Maybe.
So,
But she's driving a Mini?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she drives a 91 Buick.
Fucking
Skylark.
Buick.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Built tough.
Yeah.
I thought that was Ford. Built Ford tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a rock.
Oh, that's
Chevy.
Yeah, I think Buick's GM.
What's
ain't
Dodge's slogan?
If it doesn't get all over your face, it doesn't belong there. I don't know.
Kevin Nelson said in chat, rumor has it K-Dog won last year. Well,
I
Kevin,
heard
since-
that.
Since you bring that up, I can confirm that that's true.
I heard that. Who won the year before?
Tom.
Tom did.
So it doesn't
Tom did.
Video. Yeah, Tom would. Did you guys hear the story about Tom the year before?
No.
Tom was ahead all by himself. Like he had a big lead on everybody. He would have won easily. And then he stupidly drove himself into one of the tires. He wasn't touched. Nobody bumped him. He just steered into a tire and lost to Debbie.
No, that's what was at the second year.
Yeah.
Because the first year, DT put me
Yeah, the first year. Yeah.
Tom, Tom, you don't have a microphone.
You don't have a microphone, buddy. Tom is basically saying that Kevin's right.
I will never repeat
Kevin?
that.
Sagan said, "Who's Kevin?" I have no idea, but I heard he won last year. Anyway,
Kevin's a little bitch.
All right, so hold on. You two are going to run trucks. You guys are run MIDI or
No, me and Tyler.
Him and Tyler Grover on.
I'm thinking about building the truck and putting the Wild Thing Kevin Robinson in it. He's got quite the name for himself. So
yeah,
if I don't want the truck to be fixable, I'm putting Kevin in it.
Okay. Are you going to do the finale melody? No.
You're on camera. Everything you do
is she not ready for like it? How different is it to put somebody in a car for a finale? Is that something they got to work up to after they've had some races, or how does that?
So my first finale, I was scared shitless, shaking like uncontrollably, and it's like the second the flag drops and everybody's RPMs go up and you start driving, you forget that you're nervous. You forget that
It's just like sex, just like sex.
And that's what they need.
I don't know, Beeler. You said you hadn't had that in a while, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just remembering from way back in the day when I felt that caress.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm sure does remember.
Yeah.
God dang! What I wouldn't give for some salami right now.
Beeler goes running.
There's a
We have a minor right here. What are you doing? She's 16 years old. She has no idea what any of that stuff means. Stop corrupting the youth of America, Beeler.
I was literally talking about the meat. Fuck.
Tim said, by the way, if I would have welded your bumpers, they would have held.
Tim who?
Tim.
Better not say Bainin.
No,
It's Tim Robron.
Oh,
Robron.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to
That's
mispronounce
acceptable.
it.
Yes, Tim. Come over.
True.
Help.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Help
there you
us. He's a great welder. Great welder. It's Tyler Robron's dad, one of our teammates.
Okay.
He's also the head judge.
Yeah, he's in the tower.
Oh.
All right. I'm excited for you guys. I love Derby season. It really is my favorite time of the year.
It's a good
It
time.
is.
It's a good
It
time.
is.
Definitely.
And by the way, you asked us a question and then you never let us answer it.
Oh, which question?
All the time.
I'm sore.
Oh, yeah. Thank God. Thank you. Dealers, shut up. Quit distracting them.
I'm sore.
God.
We have, what is it, Damien? What's this called?
Oh, it's called Derby Throat. You can hear it.
Mhm.
So somebody said,
From all the
why does your voice sound like that? And I said, because I smoke cigarettes and scream inside my car all night.
It's called Derby Throat.
Yeah, we call it Derby Throat.
It's not the engines you guys hear. It's the drivers as we're going by.
yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, you guys think it's the stacks. It's really just us.
Yeah, it's us. It's us.
That's why you guys don't have mufflers on them so they can cover up the sound of you screaming.
Absolutely. It's a family show,
Lila said, this dumb sex repressed society translated through Kevin, the most sex repressed of them all. Lila, listen, I have sex a lot. Someday I hope to have it with a partner. All right. Krista says, don't forget Jesse Weaver busting his ass in the pits and the night before helping get cars done. Came all the way from Spokane. Thank you, Krista.
Jesse, yeah, he definitely helped out a lot. He's one of my good friends. He came from Spokane and he fucking busted ass on Melody's car, getting it going. You've got Damien's sideboard on, my signboard on.
Oh, yes, he did.
He was big help.
Yeah.
All day yesterday, he's in the pits helping.
He's just like, point me to it. Tell me what I need to do. I got this.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier when you guys talked about the sponsor helping to haul the cars and stuff too. There's so many people behind the scenes that do stuff to make this come off. Like you guys get all the glory because you're out there racing it and all that, but there's so many people in the background.
No Spark doesn't happen without sponsors.
Yeah,
right. And we have a lot of them.
Dennis, how many sponsors do we have? Do you know?
Oh, no, I didn't count, but it probably like 8.
I think it's 8 or 9.
They came out for time trials, and I couldn't get them all read off before they were off the track.
Yeah.
Sagan's right. We shouldn't talk about inappropriate things with a 16-year-old here.
He's
We
gonna
apologize.
say
I'm sorry. I thought this was an adult show.
It's Beeler's fault.
It's okay. He says worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shut
does he?
Shut up. Anyways, she beats me. So
I do not.
She beats me.
You figure she lives at the shop where we build
Yeah.
cars. So
yeah,
Krista said that she works on the cars more than any of the men do.
that's my wife. That's
Yeah?
true.
Oh, that's your wife?
Yeah.
That's a true
100%.
statement.
Is it true?
100%.
And she's the most organized. And
Probably
if
the
she-
best looking.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And if she's pissed off, then everybody's scared, and we stay away.
Let's see. Was it Friday night? Friday night.
You guys do have brains. I'm so proud of
Friday
you.
night, dinner was done.
Holy
we're
shit.
all working on cars. Mind you, Friday night, 9 times out of 10, we're up until probably like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning working on these cars. Friday night, dinner's done. She yells from the door, guys, dinner is done.
250 feet away.
Right. Everybody looks at each other and we're like, well, we're just going to keep going. And she came out and she said, if I wanted you guys to eat cold dinner, I would go to this town, buy you McDonald's, then drive around for a fucking hour and bring it home to you.
That a girl.
She said, so get your ass inside and eat the dinner while it's hot. And everybody said, well,
Yes,
I guess it's
ma'am.
break time.
And her dumbass husband was like, nah, I can get this done in time. So I continued to work on a car, and I heard, Joshua Aaron! And I was like, well, gotta go.
She busted out the middle name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was in trouble. I had to go eat warm food.
Kevin and I were working on something and we were putting my harness on and he said, do you think the nut will spin with your fingers? And I said, I don't know. And he said, well, why don't you try it? I said, nope, I just dropped the wrench. It looks like it's dinner time.
Yeah, she's the warden. She runs the property.
We love her to death for that.
She will not beat me, but she will definitely tell me that I'm a piece of shit sometimes.
She definitely
Can Tom and I come out one night and help you guys work on cars?
Yeah. Do you want to get yelled at by my wife? It's awesome.
No, well, can we arrange it when she's in a good mood, not screaming at me?
She's 99% of the time she's in a great mood.
Kevin, as soon as you open your mouth, she's going to be screaming.
I have a way of pissing women off.
Yeah, you're a dick. That's why.
I have a
She's
way
gonna look at you, look at me, and be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Melody, how many times have you wanted to curse me out since you've been on this show?
A lot.
A lot. Thank you.
It's his ego, isn't it?
I'm very modest.
Did you know he won a race last year, though?
Oh my God!
Did
Will
you
you
hear
guys please stop that?
Hey, Beeler, where were you at?
Oh,
Yeah, what place did you come in, Beeler? I honestly don't remember.
you know what? If I didn't have a shit car, I would have beat your
Hey,
fucking ass, and then I would have followed you home and beat your ass some more, you little bitch.
Hey, god damn, she's hostile tonight. I'm moving. Damien, hey, your turn. Your turn on the couch.
Josh is like, get me away from this crazy woman.
Wheeler, you scared him away now.
Yeah, no, she's scary.
It's okay, Josh, because remember, we showered for this, so you have to get some FaceTime.
That's because Kevin only knows how to buy 2 chairs.
Yeah, I upgraded the stools.
Wow, this is a whole different ballgame with some headphones
Yeah.
on, dude.
It sounds a lot better, doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's what I sound like?
That's exactly what you
had a-
sound like.
You had a great radio voice, man. A great radio voice.
Yeah.
My mom always told me I had a face for radio.
Funny, I've heard that too. Yeah. You know what we should? We're just So I think Tom and I should come out and help you guys work on cars.
100%.
I mean, I'm not going to be any help. I don't know jack about cars.
Oh,
But
we
I'll-
can
but
tell
I'll
you
come
what
out.
to do.
I'll come out and help.
We can tell you what to do.
Yeah, we can walk you through it.
Melody probably knows more about cars than I do. Honestly,
Debatable.
Melody, can you change the oil in a car? Do you know how to change the oil?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she knows more about cars.
What car?
I know how to change my oil.
There's so many comments on it, but I can't. Go ahead.
Wait, what am I supposed to say?
He's asking you what car.
What do you mean, what car? You twist the thingy off and you let go into a thingy and then you take the filter off and then
And on the thingy, exactly.
That's glorious.
then you pour the new oil.
Yeah, and then righty tighty, lefty loosey. I mean,
Absolutely.
she's got it
Hey,
down.
She can change a battery like no other.
There you go, girl.
How many
Melody,
batteries did we put in your car yesterday?
Probably about 7.
Yeah.
Melody, can you change the blinker fluid?
That's not a thing.
Okay, just checking.
Oh, good job. Good. You had me scared for a second.
If she just
Good
said
job,
no,
Melody.
if
You
she
had
just
the right
said-
answer.
If she just said Josh hasn't taught me that yet, I'd have to ask questions.
No.
All right. So what's on
sir.
tap for the next race? You guys have anything kind of planned that you guys are going to do different? I mean, we got the big truck and little truck finales, but anything else we should be keeping an eye on?
No, I think we just really got to focus on getting all of these cars fixed. I mean, my car needs a bumper.
My car has no front end.
His car needs a fucking front end. Melody's car, she tacoed it, but it still runs and drives. So what do we got to fix on your car?
Radiator.
Oh, a radiator, pull the cord support out, and probably put a better bumper on it. Alex's car needs some bumper work. We got to put a starter in Andy Todd's car because he didn't even get a chance to race yesterday. Got to finish building Zach's car.
It's a lot of work for 2 weeks, right?
Finish building Zach's car. He fucking busted his ass.
This will all happen in 1 week. This will all happen
This
next week, probably. This next week.
That's insane.
Not to mention we're building 2 fresh mini trucks.
That's nuts.
That might happen before in the week before the next race.
But again, you've got literally less than 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from yesterday is when the next event is. You guys are gonna have all that done.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. There's no quitting.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
No.
None.
Okay.
No, the only car that didn't come out was Zach Fisher's car, and that's because we literally started building it the week before. And the car would have been there, but he's got a Mopar transmission, and you can't just make a bracket. You have to have the certain bracket, and we didn't have it, so he wouldn't have had a shifter
Or a kickdown.
or a kickdown cable. So he called it at like 2:00 in the morning and was like, "Yeah,
Not safe. We told him you can't run it like that. We don't want you to go through fences this year.
Wow.
It was one fence,
One fence.
and 3 walls or 2 walls."
Were there any cows?
No, it was the
No, the
outside
cow's
behind the pits.
out of the front of the fairgrounds, isn't it? That big ass cow. Isn't there still one of those big ass cows somewhere? Like Shelton has the pigs everywhere.
It says tax assessor on it.
I love that pig.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Listen, we love you. Congratulations on the win, Josh.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got to keep the streak alive. So you got to win. Got to win next event.
I'll try.
I'm really feeling strong for Melody and Damien, though. I think you guys have got some victories coming up.
Melody, if she keeps driving the way she was driving last night, definitely.
She's going to be a force to be reckoned with real soon. That's for
fearless,
sure.
aren't you, Melody?
Yeah, it scared me this morning when I walked outside and she said, "Hey, so can you build me a better fucking car?" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, this thing sucks." I was like, "That's a good car. What do you mean?" That thing's got a 3300 in it.
She just wants it faster.
Yeah, she needs more power. I told her I'm going to teach her how to drive a manual. She could drive a manual derby car. She said no.
Oh, that's so much better. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Could you put her in a big car? Do you think she could handle a big car?
I don't want to do a big car.
You don't want a big car? Too much?
I mean, we could probably on like play day, if one of like Zach's car or Alex's car is still moving around, we could put her in that.
Yeah, see what you think.
I'll let you go fucking wreck somebody else. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't want to be in a race with her after seeing how she drives.
Maybe take Beeler with you as a ride along so she can learn how to drive for you.
Oh,
that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be really good. All right, guys.
Why
I'm
the death
gonna
stare?
go home when you guys are done. I'm done.
Why the death stare?
I've taken enough of Kevin's bullshit tonight.
Yeah, you seem real agitated.
You know, I am a little bit agitated.
Is that why you had to go get Tylenol?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the next event again, May 30th. So it's 2 weeks from yesterday. As always, get to the Derby, get to the arena early, like 2:30. Get your good spot, especially when the weather starts to turn and we're going to have really nice days. It's going to be warm. You want to get under that overhang. So get there early, 2:30, set up shop, go grab some Crazy Eric's or some fair food, eat some corn dogs. Corn dogs are the best. And then be there for time trials, cheer your favorite peeps on.
Where'd that burger come from yesterday?
Oh, Tristan bought like 25 of them.
From where?
McDonald's. They're still
Oh, it wasn't even fair food?
Wasn't even fair food?
Fucking tasted like it.
You guys have favorite fair food?
No, this shit's expensive.
Elephant ear.
Elephant ears? Okay.
I
Damien, you got a
guess.
favorite?
Oh, Slam Fest, bro. I had this burger. It was like fucking massive. I can only eat half of it. I don't know what it was called. Earthquake burgers.
Yeah.
Where was Slamfest at?
The Puyallup Fair or Washington State Fair.
Hey, Kevin Nelson, not even a Snickers bar is going to help me right now.
Preach. Okay. Guys, we love you. Thank you for coming in. We got to figure out when we're doing this again with you guys having another race in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll have you back on 2 weeks from tonight. We can talk about that event and talk and promote the next one.
Yeah, and I won't forget and remember about it 2 hours before we're supposed to be here.
Maybe we can. I heard this idea that was being shuffled around.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can get some of the wives on here.
Oh yeah,
I really like that idea.
I mentioned that to a few people, and they're like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah. Behind the
I shared it with the group right after you mentioned it.
behind the scenes, no spark racing.
So my wife, Josh's wife, and Tyler Robrand's wife are totally down for that.
Cool. I would love to have
And
them
you
on.
guys
That'd be
can
great.
shit talk us all you want.
Yeah, we were like, oh,
we're
cool.
for it.
Jordan, Shelby, and Krista on a radio show. That's going to be a good fucking show.
Yeah, you guys are gonna think we're
Right
real
on.
pieces of shit when they leave.
They're gonna hate me 5 minutes after they get here.
No, they won't.
No,
my wife will keep you going. She's fucking.
They're a riot, especially when the three of them get together. They're pretty fucking funny.
Well, and what's great is when they get here, I can let them know that I actually won that race last year. I don't.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, I
because
don't
I'm
think
sure
they know
haven't
that.
Heard
I
it.
don't-
Did you know?
I found out today.
That's perfect. Thank you.
I'm gonna shove this microphone right up your ass.
Can you start with the big side first?
What?
I wish you wouldn't, because that's kind of my gear.
Say? Fuck.
Dennis is like, if that mic's going up anybody's ass, it's going up mine because it's my mic.
I was wondering why it smelled like shit earlier when I was holding it. Honestly.
All right, so May 30th, 2
Damn.
weeks from yesterday,
Asshole.
is the next Derby. Head on down there. Like I said, get there early, 2:30. Get your spot, get your food. Time trials start at
4:30.
4:30. Racing starts about 5:15 ish, and then literally you're gonna be there till like 9.
Yep.
Like for what you pay, you get a long day out of it. A lot of excitement, a lot of fun. You can't find anything else that's going to give you the bang for your buck like you get at the Derby. Plus, DJ D is there talking on the microphone. Sometimes
Get a
he
pit
lets-
pass. Get a
sometimes-
pit pass.
Sometimes he lets me talk on the microphone.
Get a pit pass.
How do people get a pit pass?
Go to the gate and say you want a pit pass.
And these are
$30.
$30. You can come back there. You can take pictures of all the cars, talk to all the drivers.
Yeah.
Yesterday I seen it. Alex Costa was literally sitting there, and this little girl wanted to take a picture with this car, and I don't remember. Was it you? Somebody said, Alex, that girl wants a picture with your car. Go get a picture with her with your car. So we're trying to make No Spark known. We're friendly in the pits.
We have a YouTube page now.
Oh yeah, he made it.
Cool.
I made a YouTube account for us, so go follow us, follow, and subscribe on the YouTube page at
Follow,
No Spark
subscribe, and share,
Racing.
yeah.
No Spark Racing is trying to get a name for itself. We're trying to get out there. We're trying to get known. So if you guys, I don't know. If you guys, just like all of our socials.
Yeah, we're gonna
Keep
start
going.
uploading some Derby content. I bought a GoPro 360 Max camera, so I started shooting some video from inside the cockpit of the car, which is kind of cool to watch. And then we're gonna get a camera in Josh's car probably this next race, and just start uploading some wholesome Derby content. Really, I think our description on YouTube is just a big family of just a big family getting together to smash cars.
Yep.
Because that's what that's what it's all about.
Yep. We want to thank our sponsors too, all of them.
Yeah,
Every
who are
single
you
one of
want to
them.
rattle them off?
Oh yeah, All Terrain Painting and Repairs Northwest, R&K Recycling and Transport, Roadrunner
Ranch.
Family Racing,
Local Ranch, North Shore Towing,
Local Ranch and North Shore Towing, Rolling Hazard Racing,
Cup of Chaos Coffee Co.
Cup of Chaos Coffee. What's the
Yank
kennel?
Apart,
Simpkins.
Cozy House Kennels,
Simpkins Legal.
Law
They're a
firm,
personal injury
family.
lawyer.
Yeah, that's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bring
Yeah,
a
there's
list.
a bunch.
Yeah, bring the list when you guys come in.
AKRoofingNorthwest.com.
Okay, bring your list when you guys come in next time.
Absolutely.
Let's
It's
give them props.
a list.
Yeah, let's
So,
give them props.
None of the, like I said,
catch
no,
all
no
because
Spark
of
doesn't happen without their sponsors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Sponsors are really important.
yeah, I mean, we got very minimal money put into this because of our sponsors.
Well, that's great.
That's awesome. All right, guys, we love you.
All right, we
we'll
love you
see
guys.
2 weeks from tonight, we'll bring it back. 2 weeks from
We'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Maybe Ty will show up sometime for you guys, huh?
Ty, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see the T-shirts that were made for Ty?
No.
Oh, it's got Ty's face on it and it says "boy toy."
Hell yeah, I bet you he loves it. Hey, her teacher made this shirt for her. It's got her car and her number and everything on it.
Nice. Are you selling that at the track?
No.
No. You might.
Maybe you
wanna sell
should. You'll
some
get a
music.
following.
You could drop ship something.
Oh, I'm sure as soon as the crowd figured out that it was a girl driving that car, I'm
Yeah.
sure she gained fans
Yeah.
I'm sure she did.
instantly.
I can put you in contact with a really good friend of mine that does shirts you can drop ship, so they can actually order it whatever size they want. You can have it out just a few days.
Say what?
Yeah, my
We're looking for a
mother-in-law.
merch sponsor. Just saying.
My mother-in-law got this hoodie made in Florida. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to show it for the camera. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, it says Joshy on it.
Says Joshy.
Poshy Pudding Pop or whatever it was.
Stop it.
Pull your hood up.
Joshy Poshy Pudding Pie.
Yeah.
Pull your hood up.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Pull your hood up. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. They are from No Spark. Damien, Josh, Melody. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us again.
Good to see you guys again.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
We'll try to book you early. Oh, hold on. Let me see. What is 2 weeks from tonight? Yeah, we'll try to book you guys earlier that night. So
Hey, what is our fans saying in your stream? Anything?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of talk going on in here.
Oh, yeah.
We got a
lot of fans.
We have a lot of fans.
Yeah, Allison said Bella made you a cool shirt too.
Oh yeah, it says Anti-Joshy on it.
Krista said American Northwest Recycling, Cup of Chaos, RNK Recycling, AK Roofing, All Terrain Painting, Yank Apart, Local Wrench, North Shore Towing, Rolling Hazard Racing, and Robran
Family Racing.
Robran Family Racing.
We're stacked.
The kennel one.
Simpkins Law Firm.
Cozy House Kennels. Yeah.
Cozy House Kennels.
Simpkins Law Firm.
Yeah, Bo says
injury lawyer.
Bo says he'll
Whoa.
pay. He just wants to support his niece.
That's your uncle.
Yeah. Any tire sponsor? Those bitches are expensive, J. Andrew Kennedy says. You guys have tire sponsors?
No.
We don't. We'd love one.
Okay, we need it. J. Andrew Kennedy, you can be a tire sponsor. Congratulations. We'll get in touch with them.
Also, like I said, if anybody knows how to make merch, we're looking for merch sponsors too.
Sponsors. Okay. All right. I've got a name I'll drop with you guys. I don't know if he can, but I don't know what he's able to do, but I'll give you guys a really good guy who does good quality work. Okay, we'll take a break. While we're at break, Beeler can go take care of her 14-year-old bladder. We'll get the No Spark guys out of here so they can get ready to go work on their vehicles. And we come back. I think Paul may join us. We got some more political stuff to get to, and just another hour of the show to go. And then Beeler can go home.
No, I'm leaving before then.
No, you said you were going to stay
I'm
till
sick of your
10:10.
attitude.
My attitude.
Yeah.
You're the queen of attitude, and you're sick of mine.
No
Sick of your
Spark out.
attitude.
No Spark Racing. Follow him on YouTube. Also, find the KDDA page at kitsapdestructionderby.com for a schedule of events. Get your tickets in advance and support the Derby. We're back after this. It's Outlaw Radio.
This is the Outlaw Radio Network.
I just got a text message from Tim Robron, and they're like, "We're willing to come out sometime."
Are you ready to elevate your spirits? Look no further than Black Rain Spirits, your local craft distillery nestled in Town Square Mall. Indulge in the smooth richness of our handcrafted spirits, meticulously distilled to perfection. Whether you prefer the bold kick of our bourbon or the subtle sophistication of our gin, Black Rain Spirits has something for every palate. Visit us today at Town Square Mall and experience the essence of true craftsmanship. Black Rain Spirits, where passion meets perfection, unconventionally traditional.
This is McGruff the Crop.
All right, guys. Be safe.
I'm Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager fell victim to fake pills. Smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Where are these pills coming from, and how are kids getting them? Right from under our noses, crooks are targeting kids on social media and selling them counterfeit pills that could seal their fate with a click of a button. It may seem harmless. Maybe it doesn't even seem like a drug deal. but it definitely is. So before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal? Listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
On a recent episode of the Outlaw Radio Network,
Some of our listeners even appreciated you dumbing it down for them. So, on behalf
Sometimes
of
I
Paul,
have to
thank you.
mansplain for people like. By the way, mansplaining is when men explain things to a woman in a condescending tone. I just mansplaining.
That's the Outlaw Radio Network Sunday night at their new time from 6 to 10.
Admin a la carte are specialized local experts committed to helping you run your small business. From general admin and sales support to marketing, digital media and technology to real estate and compliance, Admin a la carte's only goal is to take your business to the next level. Find out how Admin a la carte can elevate your business. Visit admin-alacarte.com for more information. That's admin-alacarte.com. Admin a la carte. Your business doesn't fit into a box. Why should you have to?
This episode of the Outlaw Radio Network is brought to you by Destination Highway 420 in Bremerton. Looking for a knowledgeable cannabis shop with a great local vibe? Destination Highway 420 offers a wide selection of Washington State cannabis products, including flower, pre-rolls, edibles, and concentrate from trusted producers across the state. Their friendly staff can help you find exactly what you're looking for in a relaxed, welcoming environment. Visit Destination Highway 420 at 1225 Hollis Street in Bremerton. Must be 21 or older with valid ID.
You're listening to the Outlaw Radio Network, powered by our friends at Destination Highway 420, Kitsap County's premier stop for premium selection. Find your destination today, 21 and over.
You older people, I know you're getting a little edgy right now, but you better get into me because I don't want to bum you out, but I'm the future of America.
This is the Outlaw Radio Network.
Good evening, my fellow citizens.
It's kind of stony, huh?
It's a real thing. A radio signal from another world.
The United States government presents
The Outlaw Radio Network. Outlaw Radio Network.
To provide guidance to mankind.
Outlaw Radio. So there's varying levels of professionalism on this show. There is K-Dog and Tom that are sitting at the table right in front of the camera, ready to go. Next, just a teensy tiny bit below is Dennis and the CEO. They're not on camera because they need to keep their sexiness just a little bit hidden before the world goes mad. But they're ready. They're working. They're actively just doing what they got to do to chug through and do what they need to support the show. There's Paul, who's at home, who even though his old, decrepit, elderly body is falling apart, is about to join us on video. And then there's Alicia Beeler, who is currently I can't show you because we don't have the second camera because somebody forgot it, but she is sprawled out.
I didn't forgot it.
She is sprawled out on the couch.
Yeah, baby.
Laying down on the couch like she's in a therapist's office.
Looking like dinner.
And you missed the joke because I was threatening to get a monocle and sit with a notebook and look like Sigmund Freud, kind of back in the shadows.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Do you know how much money a therapist would make off of Beeler? Like just all the work that would have to be done, all the
What are you even talking about? I have done the work, asshole.
all the therapy that she would need.
I have done the work.
Have you done the work?
Hell yes, I have done the work.
You've seen a counselor?
I have done the work.
Have you seen a counselor?
Yeah.
Well, good. I think it's cool that you admit that publicly. A lot of people don't, but I think
Why not?
Because a lot of people are shy about admitting that kind of stuff. I think it's important to do
I'm not shy about admitting it.
I see
think
a counselor every Monday.
Well, I mean, I don't see him that often, but
Every Monday.
If I were to see a counselor, they'd need counseling when they were done with me.
Probably. Take care of your mental health, folks, especially in this world.
I do.
No, I don't mean you. I just mean to everybody in general.
Say, don't you know what whiskey and weed are for?
Whiskey and weed. All right, let's bring our good friend St. Paul, the voice of Get Off My Lawn. Hello, Paul. What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, brother?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm well, I mean, I've had better weeks in my life than this last week and a half, 2 weeks. But you know what? Everything's getting better. It's healing up. I made the unfortunate decision because bills got to be paid, right? So I went back to work on Friday, and I didn't last but a part of the day. And the worst part is my leg has been the primary area of concern, not my bruised ribs, because I'm like, they're bruised ribs, right? They're not that big of a deal. And then I went and worked underneath a house for 4 hours. Amazing how that changes one's perspective. And let's just say my ribs are considerably worse at this point in time. But you know what, man? That's life, right? We all have our own degrees of stoicism, and we suck it up, and we go on. Well, not this generation, but most. Okay, Gen X.
Speaking of this generation, Paul.
Talking about my generation.
Dude, we're not 25 anymore, man. You gotta give yourself a little longer, buddy.
I know, brother, but you gotta pay the bills, right? You gotta.
No, I know.
It's just you know what I mean, man. I know how hard you work, brother. I know how hard you work.
I know what you're going through. I've been there, done that. But dude, you gotta give yourself a little longer, man. We ain't 25 anymore.
I know. It's so true.
Kevin, I want to ask you, with Paul's injuries,
yes,
and being what they're from, does that legitimize softball for you? Or are you still like, no, that's not a man's game at all?
Dennis.
Wait a minute. Does it legitimize
too funny,
the fact
Dennis.
that Paul has injured himself so badly he can't work playing a quote-unquote sport designed for 11-year-old girls? It says less about softball as it does about Paul's fragile nature.
Oh, man, that was mean.
And by the way, Paul, I want to tell you how loved you are down here. Lori came into studio tonight and she expected you to be here, and knowing how you were feeling and your old decrepit body, she brought you a package of Werther's Originals just for you. And you're not even here to enjoy them, you elderly decrepit bastard.
Oh, damn. My God. Yeah.
You played the Werther's card.
I did.
I know, right? The Werther's Original, baby. Yeah.
I do
Even
like
Kevin
those.
Nelson said the old guy is probably still in pain. He is, Kevin.
I am. Well, and Kevin can testify after last Sunday's show, man. Amber did a great job of dragging me down there and helping me get all set up. And I think I probably sat for Kevin, about the first maybe 45 minutes before I was up, moving around. I'm like, I can't sit here. I can't just sit. It's hurting. It's too bad, but it is what it is. And just, this is a piece of housekeeping for everybody that's listening. During that commercial break, apparently a microphone was left live. Just saying, getting that out of the way. So don't get me wrong. Nothing bad was said. Everything's cool. Just letting you know. In case somebody didn't notice that there was a microphone still live.
I mean, if you can't say it publicly, you shouldn't say it privately.
Well,
no, there was nothing bad said. Nothing bad said.
But if there were, who would care? Because deregulation's a thing.
Well, that's true. And had anything been said hold on, Kevin, had anything bad been said, it would not have eclipsed Beeler's sailor mouth in the last 45 minutes of the show. So anyway,
I just want to remind everybody that Tom just busted out his libertarian no regulation comment, which means it's time for you to take a shot. I'm going to create a graphic that rolls before the show that gives the rules to our nightly drinking game. And one of them will be, if Tom makes a comment about libertarianism or deregulation, take a shot.
Or Beeler swears.
If Beeler swears, take a shot.
No. You would up. No. Now I have to advocate for responsible consumption here.
Yes, you do. But
so,
I don't.
Yeah, but I do, being the owner of a distillery. Mm-hmm. So for every 5 swear words Beeler uses, then you take 1 shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Paul is
we don't want people to die.
No alcohol poisoning.
If Paul is late, take a shot.
Oh God.
Oh, what?
And if Kevin's dating life gets brought up, take a shot.
Oh, that's easy.
And if Dennis mentions weed, take a shot.
No, that's back to the 5-to-1 rule.
That's true.
So I will tell you.
Paul,
hold on. Let me tell you a funny story. Right. So I live on. We affectionately refer to it as a compound because we're like on 10 acres and there's like 5 houses here. And so everybody's
How many
pretty
sister
tight
wives
knit.
are there?
No, none, goofball, none. But what was really funny, right? So one of the other members or tenants here on the compound messages Amber, right? And she's like, hey, I know Paul's really fucked up and everything like that. I made some edibles, right? So there's a big difference between Paul in pain going to the local dispensary, Highway 420 or something else, right? And buying Destination Highway 420, and buying a locally made and in the non-Tom idea of governed edibles, right? Like that's one kind of edible. And so Paul thinks to Paul's self, boy, this probably isn't going to be like I'm used to. Okay, no problem. I'm going to be real careful here. And I open up I'm sorry, step back. I didn't open the bag. It's plastic. I smelt it through the bag. I swear to you, the smell permeated through the plastic bag. And so I'm like, okay, I got to be real careful here, right? Oh, wait, there's gummies in here, not just brownies. Oh, perfect, wonderful. Well, the gummies are going to be, that 10 milligram thing. Everything's going to be fine. I'm just going to have a gummy. I don't recall the next 12 hours.
I was going to say.
So was it from California?
It was a good
I don't
gummy,
know.
huh?
I don't know. I
See,
don't
Paul,
know.
it wasn't just me that will get you.
No,
fucked up and
no,
not give you all
Dennis.
the information.
No, it was not just you, brother. It was not just
18
you.
hours,
So
18 hours later,
yeah.
Paul wakes up buck naked, wandering the mean streets of Belfair.
I figured there were several people there in the studio that could find the humor in that. But yeah, I don't know what happened the next 12 hours, so we're good.
And actually, Paul, if you make the road trip down to Portland, down in Portland, you can buy a single gummy for $6 that is 100 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
For $6?
Yeah, they're cheap.
I used to get 50 milligrams in Michigan, and that put me on my ass.
Yeah, 100
I
milligrams.
could guarantee you, Paul, though, was not wandering the streets of Belfair. Paul
No,
was in his kitchen, across from his refrigerator on the stove, just looking at it.
You're close, Dennis. You're close. You are close. No, actually, I literally sat on the couch and then at some point got to the bedroom and looked at Amber, and I believe I was drooling like a newborn. I'm not entirely sure.
That is hilarious.
But it had to have been humorous, yes. So anyway, moving on. I just thought I would share that funny story because I knew you guys would find it humorous.
Hey, Paul, I want to bring up some comments made by a former governor of the state of Washington.
God, wasn't that a great little interview? Did you guys all get a chance to see that?
Yeah. I'm gonna read some of her comments, Paul, and I we talked about this a little bit with Dave McMullen when he was on earlier. By the way, I have a message for you from Dave McMullen.
Don't say it, Kevin. Leave it for private. Leave it for private.
No, what he said was, Paul, are you aware that Kevin won the Outlaw Invitational last year? Anyway,
God.
So here's a couple of things that Christine Gregoire. Now, again, it's important to point out this is not a partisan politic thing because she's a Dem. She's a lifelong Dem. She was a Democrat governor of this state for multiple terms. Like, she's got clout. I think if
for
anybody,
12 years, 12 years she was governor.
Has some knowledge to share
about 03 to 15
or something. But and again, I'm not saying you have to agree with her or not, but you can't discount the fact that she knows the workings of upper state government because she was there for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what she said. She was talking about the programs and policies that the Democrats and Bob Ferguson have implemented under what they're calling a budget shortfall. So here's our first quote. Quote, I would suggest to you, we don't really have an income problem. We have a spending problem. And we're answering it by stacking one more tax, one more rule, one more regulation. And the one thing that the business community doesn't need is that lack of predictability.
Yeah. Do you have the video to play, Kevin?
I have a version of it, but do you want me to play the video?
Well, I just think that it bears a lot of weight, right? Because you're listening to a 3-term Democratic governor of the state of Washington basically eviscerate the current Democratic Party in this state.
And what's funny is, I mean, her quotes in this environment make her sound conservative.
Yes, you're right, Tom.
You know, I
You're
mean,
right.
hell, the things that I say make me sound conservative. I am not a conservative, other than fiscally.
No, you're right. You're right, Tom. You're right.
Yeah, so I mean, the environment we're living in is man, it
There is more that is right with Washingtonians than is wrong with Washingtonians, right? That, like, we agree on a whole lot more than we disagree about. There's just that small percentage of far left wackadoodles that are driving this train off the cliff
by the balls.
Yep. Yes,
yeah, the
Tom,
problem is
100%.
I can't find a video I think we can use. I found one that's on a couple of sites, but it's got their
copyright stuff.
It's got their host or whatever opining on it before.
Oh.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Let me read her next quote. So she was talking about if whether or not Democrats understand the economic impact of their policies. Here's what she said, quote, "If you haven't come from it, you don't know it, you don't understand it. We have to advocate from the outside in. We have to explain things like sales tax on services you thought was a nice attack on big businesses. And here are the small businesses that have been tremendously adversely impacted, as well as the customers."
Yes.
She then goes on to talk about the billionaires tax, the millionaires tax, and whether or not it's going to cost, them leaving the state. Here's what she said: "They won't pay. They're leaving. When they leave, they stop paying capital gains. When they leave, they stop giving significantly to philanthropy, which would otherwise be necessary by government. So do you understand? Do you see the consequences of what you're doing?" And the answer is no.
Yep, that's right.
I can't argue with any of that.
And then
she's spot on.
Finally, she said this about all the new taxes: "I think that it's a little bit too much of a growth." She talked about, this gets back to talking about when she was governor, the operating budget for the state was at $33 billion. Today it's at $80 billion. And she said, quote, "I think it's a little bit too much growth. And yet how we find ourselves at the end of every legislative session now is in the hole and projected to be in the hole." I'm stunned that, remember, Paul, I used to call her Mein Führer Gregoire on this show.
Yep.
Because I was not a fan of hers at all.
No. She spearheaded that closed vote at midnight. Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that now she sounds more like Tim Eyman than she does Bob Ferguson.
Yep.
She sounds more like Trump than she does Bob Ferguson. She sounds more like Dave McMullen than she sounds like Bob Ferguson.
Yep.
Paul, I asked Dave this. I'm going to ask you, do you think this resonates with the left and with Democrats in the state of Washington, when somebody that held that office for so long and is one of their own?
Yeah.
Do you think it resonates to the left? Do you think
Kevin, first of all, let me tell you that is a wonderful question. Second, the quick, easy, down, dirty, not clean answer is fuck no. The Democrats of the day in Washington state could care less what Christine Gregoire has to say. They're not paying one bit of attention to her. They're not paying attention to any lifelong Democratic voters in the state of Washington. And they have said as much, right, openly on their own little podcasts, right? We saw Jamie, I forget his name because nobody gives a shit except that he's in a position of power, dude, make his little comment about how, when people get up and they want to talk to us about bills that are going to be passed, we're not listening to them. We're not paying attention to them. They fucking said it. Nothing any of you or any of us or anybody else around the state has to say about anything that those people are doing in Olympia matters to them. In other words, i.e. the people in Olympia, it doesn't matter to them one fucking bit. They don't care.
So I in response to that, though, I have a thought on it too. I think it depends on kind of the demographic of the person, because I think some of our older voters that still listen to King 5 News or Como or whatever, when they see the news coverage picking up Christine Gregoire talking like that, I think it hits some of our older voters.
I don't think you're wrong, Tom. I would only suggest to you that what are the chances that what percentage of those voters happen to be watching King 5 for that 5-minute news or soundbite?
I have a really good question though, because I think Tom has a valid point about how it impacts older voters. So
he does have a point. Absolutely.
Let's find out how it impacts older, decrepit voters. Paul, what do you think?
Damn. I was thinking next.
Hey, hold on, Tom.
Tom. Yeah, bud.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom. Hey, let me just. Hey, Kevin, come here, Kevin. Fuck you. Okay, go ahead.
No, Paul, I don't disagree with you. I when we talked to Dave earlier, I don't know if you heard the interview with Dave McMullen, Pierce County Republican chair, and I asked him if he felt like we've been hearing for years about a red wave.
Yeah.
When Lauren Culper and there's gonna be
we always hear about it, but don't the Democrats always talk about a blue wave? Republicans always talk about a red wave, and then whatever happens. I don't know. I don't put a lot of stock in those things, but go ahead, keep going.
Well, but I asked him. I said, so what's different? Like what makes this time different? Why are you optimistic now? What's going to be? Because he didn't say red wave, but he said he was optimistic, and he said he's cautiously optimistic. He just feels like people are catching it. He feels like there's enough anger out there at the policies of the state. He feels like there's enough momentum to kick some people into voting. He said when he was at the spring fair at the Puyallup Fairgrounds, I'm not going to call it the Washington State Fairgrounds because it's not. It's the Puyallup Fair. When he was at the Puyallup Fairgrounds for the spring fair, he said a lot of people came up and talked to him and signed up to vote because he's hearing that there's enough anger. Do you all feel like, not from you and people like you and me and Beeler and Tom, right? We watch this stuff, we listen to this stuff, we pay attention to it. But from the average Washingtonian who doesn't, do you think there's enough anger? And if you do, is that anger right now being directed at Ferguson or is it being directed at Trump?
So I don't hear that almost at all. I think that such a massive proportion of established voters in Washington state are one of a couple of things, right? I think maybe, there's a small percentage that are conservatives that pay attention. There's a small percentage of Democrats that pay attention and are not happy about how things are going. But I think the vast majority of people in Washington state, they're guilted into this idea that, oh, my state's doing it right. My state is protecting LGBTQIA+++++ zip minus exclamation point. And then I think that on the other hand, you have this the same group of people going, I think that in my state, in Washington state, we're protecting the environment, we're protecting, alternative lifestyles, we're protecting all these things, we're taking care of illegal immigrants. And I'm just going to say it, and I don't know how many of you read the information that I posted earlier today. But so that everybody's aware that's listening, our illustrious governor is not just making it available, but promoting the shit out of this idea. If you're here illegally in Washington state, well, you need to go to college for free on the backs of the Washington state taxpayer. Not just, hey, while you're in Washington, go to college. No, but hey, you're here illegally. Why don't you let all the fuckers that pay the taxes pay for you? That's what's being promoted, right? I mean, if you have to look past just that very fact to get a grip or an understanding of what's going on, man, I don't think there's any hope for you. I think you're so buried up this leftist, progressive mind fuckery that is the far left these days. I don't think there's any hope for you. And I think that's most people in this state.
Or there's just an extreme lack of understanding of how the tax system actually works.
Well, Tom, you're 100% correct, which probably represents 30% plus of the community.
I think I'm sure it's more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, if more people understood like how the tax system worked and what drove up our cost of living, more people would get out and vote, and we would have a very different state.
Yeah, well, we have 1 out of every 3 people in this state vote. So I don't know that there's much I can say to make anybody feel better about that.
Well, Paul, I would just tell you that with those statistics, if the people that didn't understand the tax structure or if they did, then maybe they would be voting.
Yeah,
And so
look, I
really
don't
it's-
disagree with you.
it's
I don't
2/3
disagree
of
with you.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, and I know that you. I mean, you have the experience. I mean, you understand. Listen, it may not be who most people in your state want to win office, right? What matters is who votes. I mean, you can make the argument, but what really matters is who counts the votes. But I'm not sure that I really buy into that all that much. I mean, I'm sure in some places that's an issue. I have no reason to believe that that's the issue here. But but again, the point is still that when only 1 out of every 3 people vote, how many of those people are disillusioned? How many of those people don't have one single iota of a clue as to what's going on or why? Right? I don't know how. Maybe the question is better to ask: what percentage of Washingtonians are voting literate? You know, like what percentage of people know what the fuck they're voting about and why?
I'd say 10%.
I was just about to say 10%. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are probably spot on. You guys are spot on. I would probably say that's true. Now, would that be 10% of all voters or 10% of the 30% that vote?
10% of the 30%.
You think?
Okay,
You think
so
it's that bad?
3%.
I think I really do think it's that bad.
3%. I think. Yeah, I think. I think Alicia's probably pretty
and
close with
and
that.
It's not. It's everyone. Even when I was in Ohio, people were still messaging me about who to vote for.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not like they couldn't do the research I was doing. You know.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Well, I don't know about you, Alicia, but for me, it kind of became a pet peeve over the years. You know, so many people would text you, "Hey, man, who should I vote for?" And you know, you're just thinking in the back of your mind, like, you got internet. Like, I don't know. Like, don't ask me to make up your mind for you, man.
Yeah.
Like, make your own decision.
I kind of like it because, I mean, I do the research and I like to share, but I know what you're saying.
You're not. Yeah, you're not wrong. I just developed it as a pet peeve because I was like, fuck, man, why are these people asking me? They're more than capable of looking it up themselves.
Right.
You know, I just saw it as laziness, but that's just me.
I mean, or you could think of it like as they're respecting your opinion. And
That could be true. That could be
Yeah.
true too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, stop messaging me about who to vote for. Okay. All right. Continue.
I don't ever tell you who to vote for.
No, I said
You know
stop
why I won't-
messaging me asking who to vote for.
Oh, I know who to vote for. I'm pretty smart.
SMRT.
SMRT. Hey, I don't get the idea, Paul, that you're optimistic whatsoever.
No, I'm not. I'm
Like,
not. Honestly, I'm not.
As we're moving towards primaries and then general in November, I
Yeah.
get the impression that there is no part of you that's optimistic about this. Is that accurate?
Well, define what you mean. Optimistic about what?
Optimistic that we start to see anything start to turn around.
Not in this state. Yeah, I don't think there's any. There is no hope in this state. Not at least for the foreseeable future. There's no fundraising mechanism that makes any sense, and there's no leadership. There's nobody out there leading the party and doing a great job of it. You know, I mean, people could say that with regards to the Democrats, you have several female Democratic members of Congress that are doing a phenomenal job of leading the Democrats in the state as a whole, right? Bob Ferguson, Democrat, doing a great job leading the state as a whole. I'm not saying we're agreeing with them. I'm just saying, are they doing a good job from a leadership standpoint? Yes, they are. You know, you've got Sharma Sawant, for fuck's sakes, talking about running for office again because the left isn't left enough for her, and she's getting traction. So I see the left doing it well. I see the right pretending Washington State doesn't exist.
Now I would counter some of that, just in going through the news cycle and looking at things. You know, we've got 2 mayors in the country, Katie Wilson and what's his name in
Zoran Mamdani.
Yeah, Mamdani. We've got 2 very, very as far left leaning as you can get probably in this country mayors that are, I mean, they've made an example of their cities. I mean, their cities are crumbling in a business, you know, from a business point of view, just from retaining businesses. keeping revenue for their cities, etc. Those cities are taking a beating. I'd like to think maybe just maybe there's a small percentage that are taking, like paying attention and seeing the cause and effect.
Mm-hmm.
I
might be right, Tom.
I don't know if that's part of the conversation or not.
Well, brother, you might be right. I don't see it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I don't see it, and
I don't see it either. All I can do is hope. Like it. I mean, it's been another step.
Hope's
in that
a positive
direction.
thing. Hope's a positive thing.
No, hope's a dangerous thing.
It can be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, I was talking to my son who's been on the show many times over the years, and I was having a conversation with him about this very topic today, and he's like, Dad, he believes that his generation in totality has given up hope for a future. He's like, I don't know, like, how will we ever afford a house? How will we ever make enough money to just buy a house? He's like, the math doesn't math, he's like, it doesn't work in our favor. This is a kid who just started his first job at $80,000 a year. I mean, are you kidding me? My first job was at Burger King for like $6.50 an hour. Fuck me running.
Okay.
You said, okay, you'll fuck me running. Is that what you said?
No, Paul, I was waiting for
Okay.
you to finish your sentence because I was going to interject.
Okay. Well, you feel free to interject because that was
I was just going to say that there are ways for our younger children or younger adults to be able to afford houses. They just need to not want a house where they're going to be able to move in and it's going to be as beautiful as they want. They're going to have to move in and do some work.
Well,
I don't disagree with you on that. I don't disagree with you on that at all.
I kind of disagree only in the sense that I think you're right now. But I think because of the way the market is now, in 5 or 10 years, even those properties are going to get gobbled up. And then, you know what I mean? Because
no, yeah, I do know what you mean for sure. Yeah.
And then in 5 or 10 years, those properties won't even be
right. But then the houses that people have been living in and die, and then it gets sold, it's going to be the same thing where they're going to need to be fixed up.
Yeah,
it's going to be a repetitive cycle. That's never going to go away.
It is real estate is cyclical.
Like I mean, there are ways
100%.
to get them without spending $700,000.
Yeah, there are. She's right. It's cyclical.
Yeah, I mean, and you have to work hard, right? And that's one thing that I will observe about some elements of Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
They're not willing to go out and get their hands dirty and work. I have a 26-year-old nephew who just bought his first house. I mean, he's doing great. Yeah,
good for him, man.
He busts his ass. He has a great work ethic. And he busts his ass and it paid off for him. So
that's a big part of it.
Yeah, I don't think it's as dismal as the the population of Gen Z says. Other than the fact that I think a big chunk of that population doesn't want to do the work. They don't want to go out and get their hands dirty and try hard.
So to your point, Tom, I think a lot of it's psychological, right? Are they able to accomplish it? Yes, they are. But do they feel whether or not they can is a whole nother issue. And that was part of the conversation I was having with my son. He's got an opportunity. He's got an opportunity to take a job as a Seattle cop. Starting pays $108,000 a year. You can buy a house on that. So the opportunities are still there. But I will say this: they are quickly evaporating.
Yeah, and
as we are seeing costs skyrocket.
Yeah, and when it comes to civil servants like cops and firefighters and paramedics and stuff, there are banks have programs for all of those people that get you better rates and better opportunities.
There's special rules, brother, right? Special rules.
And maybe there should be. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I'm not saying there shouldn't be either. I'm not saying there shouldn't be either. I mean, I love and appreciate cops and firefighters. I love what they do. They're just a different version of the military to me. That's how I see them. I kind of lump them all into the same batch. And you know what, man? Look, things are harder for Gen Z. They're harder for millennials. It's harder for these upcoming generations to get out on their own because inflation has far outpaced wages. far fucking outpaced it. And that's just a fact. And there's nothing any of us can do about that. And so with that, armed with that knowledge, right, how do we approach these generations that are our in some cases, our fucking grandkids, man? You know, I mean, I've listened to millennials and Gen Z consistently talk about how Gen X fucked this country up for everybody. And those were words clearly spoken out of ignorance. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know, maybe they saw a TikTok video or something, whatever, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Gen X was probably Gen X was probably the least responsible for jack shit. Like literally, we didn't do shit. Right? Am I right? We didn't do shit. Yeah, but we didn't do shit. No. Yeah. So it's you know, but it is how they feel right now, right? And so we can't ignore that. We can't poo-poo it. I mean, granted, our generation, all of us involved with this show, none of us grew up in a world where we said, my goddamn grandfather's generation destroyed this country. No, we all grew up and said, my grandfather's generation saved the fucking planet, right? That's how we grew up, all of us. And you know, but now we have this generation that's come up with this mentality that, you know, us and our parents are responsible for the destruction of the world. So much so that their birth rate has dropped below established standards. So like literally, you guys got to understand, it takes 2.1 children per family, per marital unit, in order to keep you in the positive in any way, shape, or form in the column, right? White Europeans, dude, in America are down to like 0.8. like we're so not self-sustaining, it's disgusting. In Europe, it's even worse. It's like 0.6. So it's like holy shit, man. We got some issues. Issues.
The human population on the globe is supposed to hit, you know, the way the projections and math and all that stuff works out, it's supposed to hit about 9 billion people, and we're tickling that number right now. And then it's supposed to start to decline according to all
that's
models.
What's the word for that, Tom? That once you get to a certain point, your population begins to curtail off. What's the word for that? Do you remember, Mr. Anthropologist? Because I don't remember it.
That wasn't really part of what I dug into, and I don't recall it either. I mean,
it's all right. That's fine.
It's just a big geopolitical picture that, you know, we look at now. I mean,
I thought you might remember, man. I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
No, I don't recall it. Yeah.
Okay. You remember, Kevin? He's like, oh yeah, it's called white colonization.
I just to go along with this, I'm going to read you a comment from a Linwood, Washington council member. Her name is Isabel Mata. This is what she said. Quote, to me, I'm just talking about how the left is just completely backwards. To me, a pride flag is way more relatable than an American flag. I would not raise an American flag at my house because I wouldn't. I wasn't even born here. But I would raise a pride flag. Now, I don't have an issue if people want to fly a pride flag, like more power to you. If that's what you want to do.
I don't either.
Yeah, but don't be a fucking cunt.
Yeah, but the idea that you can't raise the American flag, which is what allows you to have a pride flag in the first place. Do me a favor. Take your ass to Tehran and try to fly a pride flag.
Right.
Take your ass to Riyadh and try to fly a pride flag.
Did you hear about the backlash that she suffered from those comments?
No. Was it intense?
It was ugly. She ended up going into the next city council meeting and was called to the carpet and had to make an apology. And it was.
Did you still have a job?
Yeah.
Okay, then it wasn't enough.
Well, I mean, her constituents beat the holy shit out of her. She will most likely not have a job next election.
It depends when she runs again. People have a short memory.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, good point, Kevin.
I hate the idea that anybody that's in office in this country, especially those of you who are LGBTQ, have the balls, or depending upon where you're at in your transition, used to have the balls, to stand up and say, I can't support this country. This country is why you have the right to say anything you have to say. The right to believe what you want to believe. The right to hang whatever flag you want to hang, or protest or march or do whatever you want to do. Like, I get we're probably not perfect, but please try to do any of this in Iran or Turkey or Saudi Arabia or Qatar
or China
or Cuba.
God bless it, man.
Listen, Kevin, you're right. And we only have like 5-6 minutes left. Okay. So I wanted to give you the opportunity. When you and I spoke on the phone earlier today, I had brought up to you, Kevin, you raised a very, very legitimate, valid point. You made a social media post about Cuba. Okay. I want to give you a chance to kind of lay that out there. A couple of quick comments. Because one of our regular guests, a political consultant, I won't mention Chris's name. Somebody else can. But he kind of hammered down on you a little bit, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to have some words and let everybody say their piece. So can you reiterate to everybody what just the premise of your question, and give us a minute to.
Yeah, let me read it really quick. I just said, serious question from our Republican friends. Why is Trump screwing with Cuba? The Trump administration has put a near total oil embargo on the island, which has completely wrecked the economy and put millions of Cubans in dire straits for food, energy supplies, and other essentials. Inflation is extremely high. Blackouts are commonplace and supplies are scarce. So why? I'm asking a serious question here. Cuba poses no threat to the U.S., do they? They are not a sponsor of terror, to my knowledge. They have made no military threat to the U.S., nor have they openly backed any other nations we are completely warned against. Trump is referred to Cuba as a, quote, extraordinary threat to national security, but I'm failing to see how. Can someone give me a logical, honest, non-hostile answer? And please give me something substantial other than Orange Man bad or Trump is a racist. Thanks in advance for respectful discussion on the topic. Do you want me to read what Gergen wrote? He put it publicly. I'm not going to hide it. And Gergen's a great guy. We can respectfully disagree.
No, Chris is a good guy. I didn't say his last name. You did, but Chris is a good guy. I appreciate Chris and identify with him a lot. Go ahead, Tom.
I saw this post, and I do very, very little on Facebook, so I was surprised that I was actually in tune with this. But I thought Chris's rebuttal or his reply was exactly what you were looking for. It was polite. It was
polite.
Yeah. It was, it covered the points that you were asking him to cover. So I don't see why anyone would see it as a bad thing. I mean, it was a reasonable conversation about politics on social media.
Oh, it was a good thing, Tom. I'm there with you, man. It was a good response. I will say, though, because I retorted to it, it was factually incorrect. And as much as I love Chris, and I'll let Kevin explain this. He can read whatever he wants on it. But the point that I had pointed out to Chris's entire point was centered around this idea that Trump hasn't done anything different, right? And that Kevin's question was based on a false premise. Well, first of all, asking a question like that can never be based on a false premise, right? When you're asking a question, it's because you want responses and you want answers, right? But the reality is that Trump did do something very specific, so specific, in fact, it was in an executive order, I believe it was in February, that actually ultimately cut off and surrounded through embargo the nation of Cuba. So the idea that, it's just a continuation of 40 plus years of policy was not true. Trump actually jacked that up and he made it worse. So I think that is worth a conversation amongst supporters and detractors alike. Like, to me, that is worth. So in other words, in short, Kevin's question I felt was very appropriate. And Chris's response just wasn't well researched. That's all.
So here's what Chris wrote. We got people in the chat asking to hear the response, so I'm going to give it. So, and this is a little lengthy, so bear with me. Serious answer, and one that I know from firsthand experience, Chris writes. He goes on to say, quote, if we can imagine South American socialism and communism as a snake, Cuba is the head of that snake. If you were to imagine that narco-terrorists in South America as a snake, Cuba is the head of that snake. The Cuban regime poses a threat to both the Cuban people and the United States because it is a communist dictatorship built on political repression, economic control, and anti-American alignment. For decades, the regime has denied Cubans basic freedoms like free speech, free elections, free press, and the right to openly oppose the government without fear of imprisonment or retaliation. The result has been widespread poverty, mass emigration, and a population trapped under authoritarian rule. From a conservative perspective, Cuba also represents a strategic threat to America because the regime has historically aligned itself with hostile foreign powers, including the Soviet Union, Russia, China, Venezuela, and Iran. The Cuban government has supported anti-American movements, undermined regional stability, and exported authoritarian influence throughout Latin America. Conservatives argue that the Cuban regime stands as a warning about the dangers of socialism and centralized government power. When government controls the economy, information, and political opposition, freedom and prosperity collapse. Lastly, this is where he talks about me specifically. Lastly, your question falsely assumes, quote, the Trump administration has put in place a near total oil embargo on the island, which has completely wrecked the economy and put millions of Cubans in dire straits for food, energy supplies, and other essentials, end quote. This embargo has been in place since the 1960s. The state of the Cuban nation has been desperate for 50 years. People have floated on garbage to get across to the United States for decades. Your statement is factually false, and your entire assumption isn't based in truth whatsoever. Respectfully speaking, you know I love you, brother, but you're off target on this one. Now, I just want to respond to that a little bit. I don't believe I'm off target. The Obama administration in 2014 scaled back some of the programs against the Cuban people and tried to move towards normalcy. Some type of normal relations. There was talk about even allowing tourists to go there, about freeing that up, right? Trump reversed a lot of that.
Johnny Depp and Amber Heard filmed a movie there.
Yeah. As opposed to the ones they filmed in their bedrooms. Trump reversed a lot of that in his first term. Biden took some steps, although not as dramatic as Obama, in his term, and then Trump reversed those and actually named them as a supporter of terror. And my question is only I don't get it. Right now, as Paul pointed out in his response to the post, the people in Cuba are suffering from massive blackouts, some of them lasting 22 hours a day. They're running low on supplies. They're running low on food. They're running low on energy sources, gas, oil, everything. You're starving a population, and I'm curious for what? The nation of Mexico was a bigger challenge issued by Trump in the lead up to this election. Mexico needed to secure the borders. Mexico needed to deal with drug cartels. Mexico needed to deal with immigrants coming across the border. Mexico needed to deal with this and deal with that. And if they didn't, Trump said, I'm going to take action. He hasn't taken action against Mexico at all. And I don't think many people would say that Cuba is a bigger threat than Mexico to the security of this nation.
Yeah, Mexico is one of our biggest trade partners.
I get it.
Yeah.
But who's a bigger threat to the security of this country? It's not Cuba.
No, it's the border between,
We might get some illegal immigrants sailing across on garbage, as Chris referenced, into Florida. But we're getting substantially more across the southern border. I don't understand Trump's, hard on for Cuba.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're not doing anything any differently than they've done since the 1950s. Lori?
Okay. Regarding Mexico, not he, but the administration did go after Mexico in terms of the cartels. The government is basically controlled by the cartels, depending on where the location of that government is, and even the federal government in Mexico. So that has happened. Has it been corrected? No. Mexico is Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
They're their own country. But he did go after cartels. Not a Trumper, but just stating facts.
How did he go over after the cartels?
How did he or the
administration? How did the U.S. go after the cartels?
They've cut off supply chains. They've barricaded the tunnels underneath in the desert, as well as they went after key leaders in the supply chain, I guess you would say.
But would you agree that they're not handling Mexico? If Mexico's a narco state, they're not handling Mexico the same way they're handling Cuba.
Correct.
We haven't embargoed them. We haven't stopped supplies from getting there. We haven't blockaded the nation. Like it would seem to me that we've done something on our end, but nothing to impact the government or the people of Mexico the same way that we bitch slap the government and the people of Cuba.
And correct, but the one thing we're missing with Cuba is China. Okay, I don't have substantiation behind this, but there are reports that China has satellite spy stations crudely in Cuba, and Cuba is right off of our border. So is Mexico.
They're
And-
allies of our enemies. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So, the one thing that confuses me about our relationship with Cuba and embargoes, etc. We do still, if I'm not mistaken, have Gitmo.
We have Gitmo.
What's going on there, right? If we've got this,
We need to throw all those Epstein fuckers in there.
but if we have this tense relationship with Cuba, why do we have a military prison?
I can answer you that.
On Cuba, and how does that work?
We're just showing them who's boss. This is what you have to look forward to, bitches.
Well,
because they're all Navy boys, Tom.
Well, I'm still trying to understand. Okay, if we're bitch slapping Cuba around, why are they allowing?
We're not
us?
bitch slapping
Well, hold
Cuba
on.
around
Well-
because it's Cuba. We're bitch slapping Cuba around because of China and Russia.
So
which is fine, but they're still allowing us to put a military prison and military
We've always
personnel
had it.
on the
We've
island.
had it there for quite a while.
So let me
Since 9/11.
Hold on.
Decades.
I'm sure we pay them well for that land.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
We
So-
don't?
No, we don't. So
No.
let me tell you, this is the result of the Spanish-American War. So when the Spanish-American War happened,
He just looked it up, by the way.
I'm double checking because I actually listened to a really cool podcast about this earlier this week, which is why I'm
Okay.
versed on this. So this is the result of the Spanish-American War. When the Spanish-American War happened, we took control of that area. Eventually, we let them have their own control. The U.S. signed a perpetual lease with the then government of Cuba, which was a pro-U.S. government at the time. This is before Castro took over. We signed a perpetual lease in 1903. That perpetual lease is only cancelable if Cuba and the U.S. terminate the terms. The U.S. is not going to terminate the terms ever because it wouldn't make sense to. And Cuba doesn't have the strength of the manpower to say to the U.S., get out of here, when there's a legally binding document that makes them adhere to it. As far as paying them enough,
it's money.
Here's how much they pay the Cuban government for the land that Gitmo is on.
$1.95.
They pay them annually $4,085.
All right, cool. We're getting a good deal. Sounds good to me.
It's a really good deal for us. It's a really bad deal for them.
Whatever.
The Cubans consider it illegal that we shouldn't be there, but they don't have the power, strength, might, or balls to try to remove them. So again, historically speaking, to answer your question, Tom, that's how we got there and why we're still there. And if you're the Americans, you're never going to get out of Gitmo.
And historically speaking, they get hungry enough as a population. Gitmo's going to look good.
Well, again, I don't think that the Cuban people are not armed, so it would have to be the Cuban military. And if we lost Paul, and if the Cuban military did anything against Gitmo, I mean, the U.S. is our National Guard would own them.
No,
we
I
wouldn't
know.
even have to deploy active duty troops. We could just take our National Guard and activate them. We could take a Boy Scout troop out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and they could run roughshod over Cuba. I mean, it wouldn't even be. They don't even have a navy. I mean, they got a couple little boats, but it wouldn't even be. And literally, you could fly jet planes out of NAS Pensacola, bomb the crap out of them, and be home by dinner.
Yeah.
Home by lunch.
It wouldn't even be.
And leave after breakfast.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a thing. I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying that's why they won't go into, because they don't have the manpower to do it.
I had just never heard that little historical tidbit. So thank you.
It's really interesting, actually. I like I said, I've come across some really cool podcasts lately, and one of them was about Cuba, and they got into Gitmo. So, I'm watching to see if Paul comes back, but I haven't seen him. This conversation, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
But this conversation is something we're going to have to. Don't give me that look. I just
10:10, motherfucker.
No, it's 10:08.
TikTok.
It's 10:08.
TikTok. You got 2 minutes.
I know that you're not good about.
I am leaving at 10:10.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know you're not good about when the big hand and the little hand say
I
something.
know how to
so
read the fucking clock.
check your
bitch.
digital
I was
watch.
giving you your 2-minute warning.
Thank you. Oh, I thank you. This conversation about Cuba has to be watched. The one thing we've seen from Trump, and I was going to ask Paul about this, but he's gone. We're running out of time. How many international arenas does Trump want to play in?
We don't have the manpower to play much more.
But, he's hit Syria, although that was a short-term thing. We're involved at least with supplies in Ukraine. We have the situation now with Iran. We went after a nation. I don't know if it was Kenya or
Nigeria.
Nigeria. We went into Nigeria and took out ISIS second in command. Now this stuff with Cuba. We're still kind of worried about North Korea. Like, how many of these international shitstorms does Trump want to get himself into?
If we have shit we need to handle, we need to go handle it. Why are you putting a fucking limit on it?
Well, I'm not putting a limit on it.
We don't have resources to do all of it
Well,
simultaneously.
obviously we do because he just did it, didn't he?
Well, yeah. But again, hold on. I'm not saying that we do or don't. I'm just asking how many of these, how many more could be coming? How many more fights is he going to
Let's ask a different question. What do we think China's over there doing? Are they just watching everything with?
We're going to bring Paul back in too, by the way. Well, hold on. So here's the deal with China. I'm going to answer your question about China. I think China won't do anything while Trump's in office.
I doubt it.
Here's why. Because I think that Trump is too unpredictable. So I think if China is smart, and they are, I think China is biding their time. Let's wait till a Democrat gets in the White House, because we know how they'll respond.
No, the risk reward right now, I bet China's looking at the risk reward and going, you know what? The U.S. is strung out. They take on one more activity, which is Cuba. We can make our bid for Taiwan.
Here's what I predict they do.
What?
Democrats win. Let's say a Democrat wins in 2028.
And then China becomes the coach of Washington State University.
January 20th, the Democrat takes office. China moves not too long after that. We're still strung out.
Similar to Russia.
Yep. We're still hamstrung, but we have an administration they can predict that hasn't had time to undo anything.
Not predict, control.
Well, or either or, and they haven't had time to make changes to anything that Trump has put into effect. That's what I suspect. I think Trump is too unpredictable for any world leader to F with us. But I think right after Trump leaves, we have a really big window of risk. Beeler, before you leave, do you want to make any parting shots?
Yeah, when I said 10:10, I meant 10:10.
Okay, congratulations. Thank you for saying that. It's now 10:11. Would you like to make a parting shot?
No, I'm actually leaving. So yes, I would like to make a parting shot.
Go ahead.
No, I really don't. Actually, never mind.
You don't have anything?
I'm going to just keep that to myself.
Okay.
Okay, good night.
All right. By the way, I did say you'd be here after 10:10, and I was right because it's 10:11. Lori, do you have any? Oh, it's 10:12. Lori, do you have any parting shots?
Memorial Day weekend's next weekend, everybody. Please.
Oh, is it next, or we have one more
week from tomorrow?
No,
it's next weekend.
It's the last Monday of the month.
Yep. And everybody enjoy your time with family, but please remember why we remember Memorial Day. I hate to use the word celebrate, but please. And traditionally, at least within my family, we go and decorate the graves for the summer. So
nice.
The headstones, make sure they're clean and everything. So
nice.
We will return the drinking game next Sunday night, by the way, since Monday is a federal holiday. So for all of the listeners out there, please have some alcohol ready. We'll give you the rules. And we will play. I
wasn't done with my parting shot, but hey, thanks.
You just reminded me, though. I wanted to say before I forgot. We will also bring back Rider Racist next week as well. So,
oh, good Lord.
It's been a while since we played that game, but go ahead, Lori. I'm sorry.
We're going to be in trouble. Anyways, the other parting shot I have is please look at your calendar. If you are expected to have any appointments in Seattle starting in June through July. Please double check the World Cup FIFA schedule because it's going to be a nightmare.
Yep.
For those of us who work in Seattle, we already know.
Seattle's going to go from gross to grosser.
No, Seattle's going to go from gross to sterling. A news
It's
report
already started.
A news report came out today that Katie Wilson is shoving homeless people on ferries to get them out. So they're sending them over to Kitsap to get them out of Seattle so they can clean up downtown.
And they've shoved them into Chinatown and the International District.
They're going to do what they did for the All-Star game, the
Yeah,
baseball All-Star
exactly.
game. They're going to clean up downtown, get all the homeless out so that when the national media is here, it's not going to be obvious. And then the minute they leave, they're going to welcome them all back and they're all going to come back. The idea that we can just hide them for a couple of weeks is so ridiculous.
Mhm.
Regardless of how you feel about the homeless problem and drug addiction and mental health, the idea that Seattle's going to bust them out and then bust them back in when it's over like nothing ever happened is insane.
And last but not least, if you're in Seattle, keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah.
77-year-old man got off of a bus and was brutally attacked
Yep.
by two young
So
men.
here in Kitsap, keep your head on a swivel
Yeah.
because those idiots are coming this way.
Oh, they already have.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
already
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Well, I told you before, there was a lady I worked with when I worked for the agency I work for now. She got
Mhm.
off at King Street Station, went to walk to the federal building to get to work.
Mhm.
And some random dude attacked her from behind and beat the crap out of her.
Yep.
And all she was doing was walking down the street from the
Yeah.
train station to come into work. It is, and not to be sexist, but I guess I'll be sexist. I worry far more about women traveling alone in that part
Mhm.
of Seattle than men. There is still an intimidation factor of men that some of these people that are on the streets that are dangerous don't feel when they can attack a woman. There's
Yeah.
just especially ladies, just be careful. Travel in pairs, travel in groups,
Mhm.
have people around you, especially in some of those questionable parts downtown, so that you're safe.
Yeah.
Yep. Get yourself some
Definitely.
pepper spray.
Yeah.
Or a stun gun or both.
Dennis, do you have a parting shot?
I just thanks to everybody that came out on Thursday night to a
Good
funny
fun.
night out.
Thanks for
And,
inviting me, man.
Absolutely. And all the Derby fans out there, because that was awesome. What was this? I always look forward to the start of the season.
Yeah.
So it'd be awesome to do it all again in a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm going to be there for that. I mean, assuming, my homework thing isn't a thing, but I'll be there for that. I haven't even looked at what's due that week. Tom, parting shots?
Yeah. So I showed up to our show late today.
I'm sorry, we're just going to dock half your paycheck.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I am at 52 years old, lucky enough to still have a grandmother alive, but that comes with some level of responsibility. And, this morning I got a phone call first thing. Grandmother had some issues, so I had to drop everything, drive up to Squim, which is no big deal. I love my family. I'll do anything for my family. But this is going to be me getting on my soapbox yelling, please pay attention to how you vote again, because how you vote and the atmosphere of our state government, that affects your infrastructure, that affects your police departments, your fire departments, your hospitals. I sat at a hospital today for 5+ hours just waiting to get my grandmother discharged so I could drive her home. That was it. That's all I went up there for, was to drive her home. My mother had a stroke back in October, so she can't drive.
Right.
And my grandmother's 98. She certainly shouldn't be driving.
No.
I drove to Squim to play chauffeur, and our hospitals are such a shit show right now because they can't afford to employ adequate staffing because of payroll taxes, et cetera, and boards of directors and all the other political nonsense we're living through right now. So if you want a better society in terms of standard of care at the hospital and standard of care with emergency response and police departments and fire protection and all the things your tax dollars are supposed to go to, please pay attention to who you vote for. Please, because little special interest projects to preserve the spotted barking spider they're not helping anyone. So I just please pay attention to how you vote. I mean, vote what you believe, but fucking vote, please.
Tom is begging you. Yeah. Kevin Nelson said in chat his parting shot that he had an appointment with a vascular surgeon a few days ago, and they told him that he's not going to need a brain stent. So that is good news.
Yeah.
No, that's good news
That's
for him.
really
That's
good
Is a
news.
brain stent a real thing?
Yes.
Yes.
It
Oh
is.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God, I thought he was joking. I'm sorry, Kevin. Damn.
Yeah.
No.
But he doesn't need one, so that's good, Kevin.
That's very good.
Congratulations. Kevin's good, dude. Paul, do you have a parting shot? Oh, hey, Paul, can I share with you something?
Sure.
Isabel Mata, the council member on the Linwood City Council we talked about before, that said she wouldn't fly the American flag.
Right.
This is the opening sentence in her council member profile on the city's page. She said, quote, "I'm a queer neurodivergent writer, advocate, and mindfulness meditation teacher with more than 8 years of experience in public engagement, community building, and social impact leadership. My work is grounded in collaboration, care, and a deep belief that strong communities are built when people feel heard, respected, and connected." That's a long way of telling me you have no real world experience.
That's a long way of saying she was a Girl Scout troop leader.
Anyway, Paul, go ahead.
I doubt it, but
Parting shot, my friend.
Damn, Tom. That was well said. I appreciate that. I think listen, first of all, if somebody who has literally a total of 8 years experience in the workforce has no business being on city council.
Well, can I see Paul?
City
How
council.
about zero as a mayor of Seattle?
She didn't even say that she had any experience in the workforce. She just said 8 years of experience in public engagement, community building, and social impact leadership. I don't even know if that's a job.
That sounds like bullshitting with your friends, right?
Yeah,
Girl Scout troop leader.
I walked down the street and said hi to my neighbor. That's my social community building, public engagement.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
Are you sure, Kevin? It's funny,
Yeah,
Kevin.
Paul.
I love you, brother, but you've literally interrupted and taken over off of everybody's final statements.
Paul, you know what? Why don't you just
I love
talk?
you. I'm just saying. It's funny.
Thanks for coming out, guys. It's been a
Thank you,
great
Paul.
show.
Thank you, Paul, for acknowledging that.
First of all, the guy that shows up 2 hours late to
Sorry,
the show
Lori.
doesn't get to bitch. All right. The guy that shows up 2 hours late does not get to complain. Go ahead, Paul. Come on, Paul. Go ahead.
Sorry. Okay. Anyway,
I hate
listen.
it so much.
Here's
I
the
really
thing.
do. I
Here's
hate
the thing. There were some good comments and topics tonight, Kevin. I think you really hit on something when we talked about voter demographics. Oh wait, that was me. And helping people understand how few people actually take the time to learn about what they need to vote about. That's super important. Glad I brought it up. I think it's important for people to realize the things that we talk about on this show are they're not fictitious, right? These are not, it's not advice. Uh-oh, everything looks like it kind of froze up on me.
No, we still hear you. We still got you.
There we go. Man, that was freaking weird. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what you heard. Anyway, I'm not going to drag it out then. So I love you guys. Peace. Have yourselves a good night. Okay.
All right. My parting shot. I just want to warn you guys about this. So Q13 Fox posted this tweet. But I just want to give everybody. Paul's going to have like a deja vu all over again. Q13 Fox posted just a little bit ago, with hundreds of suspected cases and dozens of deaths already reported, the World Health Organization is sounding the alarm about an Ebola disease outbreak by declaring a global health emergency.
Stop it.
I just want to remind you guys, this is how COVID started.
You're right.
I'm not
No,
saying-
Kevin's right. I came on air and talked about it in December of 2019. It wasn't anywhere in the news yet. And so, yeah, thanks, Kevin. You've now just terrified us all. Okay.
No, Ebola's not infectious like that. You have
I
to
agree,
handle
Tom.
corpses.
I agree, but I didn't
handle-
think a fucking bat shitting virus was going to turn into what it did either.
Yeah, well, it turns out that wasn't a batshit virus, was it? That was a lab leak.
Yeah, I
All I'm
agree.
saying is-
I
all
agree,
I'm
Tom.
saying is, but there are people on either party that will weaponize fear for their advantage. So just
They all will.
Kevin Nelson said, great show as usual. Kevin, that's where we're going to end it at because I appreciate the kind words. Remember to support our sponsors, including Destination Highway 420 on Hollis Street in East Bremerton. Stop in and say hi. Check out their full selection of everything that you might need in the cannabis world. If you don't know what you need, talk to their staff. Uber helpful, uber knowledgeable, and they'll get you pointed in the right direction for what you're looking for. As always, be safe, use it responsibly, but if you need help figuring out what that looks like for you, stop by Destination Highway 420 on Hollis Street in Bremerton. Thanks to Tom and everybody down at Black Ring Spirits, home of Outlaw Radio Network, the official distiller of the show. Tom has a wide selection of distilled spirits to choose from, so stop in and check them out. Thanks to Kitsap Great Escape, the only escape room in Kitsap County. Stop in and check out the new room, the Lunar Curse. Very cool. Had a lot of fun. Stop in and check out the website, kitsapgreatescape.com. Remember, $5 discount to everybody in your party if one of you qualifies for the hero discount, which includes active and retired military school teachers, foster parents, emergency responders, nurses, healthcare professionals, all of that. kitsapgreatescape.com. Also, admin a la carte. If you need stuff on the online for your business, visit admin-alacarte.com. All the back-end stuff that most businesses don't think about, that nobody really thinks about when they look at your website, Admin a la carte can help you figure that out and optimize your online presence.
And you would not believe how much of your day that stuff takes up.
Yeah, a ton. And also, Beeler's house cleaning and business cleaning services.
Evergreen Grace.
Evergreen Grace. Thank you, because I forgot the name. Evergreen Grace. Look for them on Facebook and reach out. They can help you get your stuff taken care of. We're done. We love you guys. Have a great night. Thanks for supporting the show. The drinking game returns next week, so have some alcohol next to you as you listen. We will encourage responsible drinking, but still be stupid.
Be
Tom,
stupid at home.
I love you. I'm glad that your grandma is back home where she should be.
She's doing good.
Lori, I love you. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for bringing the brownies. Dennis, I love you. Thank you for the invite to a funny night out. Beeler, I love you, and I'm glad you left early.
Wow.
Lilet, I love you, even though you're incredibly angry all the time. And really, more importantly, I love myself because I graduated with my master's summa cum laude, and I am the reigning and defending Outlaw Radio Network Invitational Champion. I am amazing. I am astounding. I am glorious.
And I'm going to have to whoop your ass this year, so I don't have to listen to another whole year between seasons.
Not
Gee, Tom, it's almost like you should have listened to me years ago.
Dude, I had him last race, except for the fact I had a flat tire. I couldn't corner.
We got to go. That ends the show. I am the champion.
All right, well, if that's it, it's time to, jump into bed. All right, baby, I'm here to get some.
Yeah.
Good night.
Sorry, Amber. Paul's about to disappoint you again.
Don't hurt that hammy.
Good night, everybody. Hurt the hammy. He's just gonna make her do all the work. You know what I mean? Because he can't do anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He can't do anything. He's just gonna be like, "Honey, I'm a decrepit old man. Could you please do all the work?" And Amber's gonna say, "That's how it's been since the relationship started anyway."
Oh, damn.
Good night, everybody. Outlaw Radio Network. We'll see you next Sunday night.